And welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cesta Cyclones and the Eada Devils. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of our Fall 23 Battle Court season. I am Andrew Blackman, joined alongside Stu Nyman on this Halloween edition of Battle Court Jai-Alai. Stu, how you doing?
Someone earlier said that it was going to be spooktacular.
It should be, Stu. 6 matches in store for you all. Some solid rankings as well. Getting started with this 4th-ranked singles matchup. You'll see the top 3 doubles teams, 2nd singles and 5th singles there as well. Let's quickly introduce our first matchup here. Going to get right into it. It's going to be Eada and Arta. This 4th-ranked singles matchup right here. Two guys that have been playing against each other over the last 2 seasons of Battle Court. Eada 4-1 through his first 5 matches here in Fall 23. Arta 1-3 through his first 4. Eada will have the serve, as will the Cyclones in all matches today. We are ready to begin our opening match. Eada, ready to go.
Eada serves. Today's game day begins. Backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote forehand. Scoop goes off the tip of Arta Cesta. First point of this match goes to Eada. The Cesta Cyclones in white, he serves.
Yeah, I was going to say, Stu, back a few weeks ago, we saw Arta kind of find his rhythm with the catching, but last week kind of maybe took a little bit of a step back. Couple misses on the bounce, and you see that first throw, Eada put it right at his feet. That ball tipped. It's going to be to look out for today. So you got Arta playing in this singles, also in the backcourt with Douglas in that top-ranked doubles matchup.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. And a reminder of the scoring in battle court, ladies and gentlemen. The first player to reach 6 points will win the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. There's the backhand by Kada. Rebote forehand by Arta. Beautiful catch by Arta. Backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand save by Kada. Arta's there. Splitter. More to the inside than outside. It scores. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Arta will have the serve for the Eada Devils.
Yeah, Kada just committed pretty hard at the 2-all right there. He was full sprint to the outside and got that little clip. Maybe a chance for him to get back in there, but yeah, that was a full sprint to the outside. Arta beats him there. Tied it up, 1-1.
At backhand, hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Arta. He serves.
Yeah, we've been seeing Eada throw that backhand with more power over the last couple of weeks, too, and starting to flirt with that overhead screen. Just got to avoid it right there. I know he wants to get the ball past Arta for some of those rebotes, but always got to keep that ball under that screen up at the top.
Rebote left side, it's a 2-all. Eada chased it down but could not make the catch. That's 3 points for Arta. He serves.
And a common mistake for Eada. I think he was looking at the front walls. He went to make that catch, thinking about the hard forehand coming back to Arta that scored a high percentage of the time.
Something that we've often seen is Eada lines up the catch but takes his eye off the ball at the last minute and winds up with a missed ball. Arta on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. That's along the wall, out to the rebote. That rebound off the back wall. Backhand by Arta again. Rebote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Arta. Rebote forehand. Arch is there. Backhand from the 8 line. Two all, caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. That's 2 points for Eada. Arta with 3. We're playing to 6 to finish the set. Eada serves.
And even if that lands in and makes contact with the front wall, Eada had a pretty good head start again. I mean, he is definitely shading to the 2-all when Arta winds up that costado. So something for Arta to think about here. Maybe that inside placement might work out a little bit better for him moving forward.
Beautiful serve by Eada. Nice catch and return by Arta. Rebote forehand by Eada. Arta, forehand from the 9 line. Eada will take it on the right side. It passes. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Catch by Eada at the 7 line. Low and hard to the inside. Will score. Point for Eada. The Cesta Cyclones in white. We're all tied up 3 points apiece. Eada serves.
A good smart throw right there. Got him the first point. Gets him the third right there to tie it up. Low and hard right at the feet of Arta. It'll be a good formula for success here in this opening matchup for the Cyclones.
There's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Eada looking for a difficult rebote. He makes it. Arta on the run.
Oh,
just missed it on the forehand. That is 4 points for Eada. He serves.
Yeah, as he was approaching that ball, it's kind of the center of his body. Didn't know if he was committed to the right side or the left side. The last second kind of opened up to the forehand and just tipped it. You see a bunch of those floaters missed. Tougher to catch those ones that are floating up in the front court than when they blast them right back at him deep in the corner.
Backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote forehand, laid up. Caught by Eada. Eada to the inside, low and hard. Arta's there. Backhand. Here's the backhand by Arta. Eada again, powerful backhand. Rebote, forehand by Arta. Eada on the run, picks it up. Outside placement will score. That is 5 points for Eada and a possible set point. Yeah, didn't know if he was going to go inside. I thought he was going to throw a drop shot, actually. That's what I was guessing. That he eyed that outside placement, put it outside beautifully to score.
Yeah, he's so precise on the right side. And if you're going to see Eada attempt a kill shot, it's the side of his body it's going to come from more times than not. Perfectly done right there with Arta shading inside and expecting that forehand to back and cross the side wall deep in the backcourt. Good comeback here. Now 4 in a row for Eada to get to this possible set point.
Backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote, forehand by Eada. Arta's there. Backhand, low and hard. Rebote forehand. Arta on the catch at the 7 line. Eada takes it in there. That's a beautiful catch at the 8 line. Backhand 2-all, a little too much. That is out of play. 4 points for Arta. He serves. Still possible set point for Eada.
You know, really not a bad throw. I mean, you throw the backhand 2-all, a little more of a trick shot. You got to land it in, but that far to the inside, Arta was not expecting it at all. If that drops in and stays in the court, set's over. Just miss execution right there by Eada. See if he goes back to that. Arta could not get a good read on that at all.
Good catch by Eada off a fine serve by Arta. Scoop by Arta. There's the backhand. Backhand by Eada. Ball's on the sidewall. Rebote falls short. 6 points and the first set for Eada of the Cesta Cyclones. 6-4. 2 minutes will go on the board. We'll come back out. Next set.
On his way back.
Eada takes the first set 6-4, and that's what we've come to expect from number 23, the Cyclones. So solid in singles. His only loss this year, Stu, is when he led 5-0 in the third set against Spinner in his opening match and ended up losing that set 6-5. So you wipe that set away, and even that run of 6 points, and he's undefeated in this 4th-ranked group, which is not easy.
Here we are on the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players prepare to go out on the court from here. Also come back in between sets. There you have Arta getting feedback from Hyro on the right. Erbetta on the left. Back corner, you see sets the Cyclones. At they're in first place, I think this team's gotten a little tighter than we've seen in the past. There you see basically mostly Cyclones. Bueno with the headphones on. Jedden, Kada, who's obviously playing this game, Manny, and Carbo.
And for Eada, I mean, just a solid set. He didn't do anything outside of his game. Kept the ball, low and hard inside mostly. That one nice outside placement beat Arta, but what we expect from Eada. Good, consistent play. He's going to make a bunch of catches, make life tough for his opponent, and particularly on the offensive end, tough to get the ball by him. He's got good range and moves very well on this court.
Seeing Kada coming out here for second set with Arta in just about 30 seconds. Just a reminder, you're watching Battle Court live from Magic City Highline Fronton in Miami, Florida. Happy Halloween. That was in case anybody was questioning whether or not it was really the 31st of October. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Ready to go here with second set. Arta will have the serve.
Arta serves, we begin. Here's the backhand by Eada. Powerful forehand to the inside. Here's Arta. Rebote left side by Arta. Little clip. Taken on the bounce by Eada. Eada to the inside. Scoop by Arta. There's the backhand. Rebote. Forehand by Eada. Arta makes the catch. Winds up. Little clip. Scoop by Eada. He passes from the forehand. Rebote to the inside. Eada's there. Backhand from the 8 line. Ball tipped. On the reach by Arta. Eada first up on the board in our second set. He serves.
A little bit of a lazy effort there from Arta on that catch. Was probably going to come out on the rebote. Went up for it a little bit blindly and just tipped it overhead. Look for him to probably take that one on the back end next time.
Beautiful serve by Eada. Nice and hard to the corner. Arta returns it from the left side. Rebote by Eada. Rebote left side. This one caught by Eada. Eada hard to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand. Rebote 2-all. Well executed. Stopped by Eada. Eada's sidearm carom scores from the outside. 2 points for Eada. He serves.
It's really a do-or-die shot from Arta that deep in the backcourt on the inside. I mean, it either opens up and scores or Eada is going to blast something back at him and force him to make a tough catch. Got to find a way to score, but Eada's moving so well to the outside today that I think the inside placement might serve Arta better. See if he can get it on the costado here.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Backhand by Arta, low and hard to the inside. Eada takes it in the air. That's a nice catch. Rebote left side. Catch by Eada. Arta winds up. There's the 2-all. Opens wide to score. Arta's on the board with a point, and he has the serve.
How about that? Goes right back to the 2-all. The best one he's thrown this match. Opened up nicely and just inside the boundary line to score.
Spot on accurate. Very well done.
See if that would maybe get a little momentum for Arta. He was up 3-1 in that opening set. It's been mostly Kada since that point.
Here's a backhand by Kada to the inside. Ball tipped. It's a third point for Eada, and he serves.
These backhands that Eada's throwing, I mean, consistently, he's putting them on the side wall, which is forcing some tougher rebotes, and just not used to seeing that type of power or really much of the left side from Eada throughout his career.
Eada's game has really come around here in this second season of Battle Court for 2023. Rebote left side to the inside. Scoop by Eada. Outside placement, not outside enough. Arta's there. Hard throw to the inside. Arta makes the catch, winds up. Placement of the ball to the inside, scores. That's well done by Arta. Arta gets the point and the serve. He has 2. Eada has 3. We're playing the 6.
That was a pretty good fake. I mean, looked exactly the way that Arta's been throwing those 2 walls, and at the last second, I mean, really kept it to the inside, turned around hard, and put it on the wall. If you're going to throw that Costado, the closer to the inside you keep it, the better. But if Eada commits that hard, you don't have to throw it that perfectly either. That's just well done by Arta, mixing it up there. Only a 1-point deficit now. He's got him guessing a little bit defensively.
Here's the backhand by Eada. Rebote forehand is missed. 4 points for Eada. He serves. Yeah, that was just a...
Yeah, just a miss.
Well, some players look on timing. It's timing versus mechanics. In that case, there is no place for timing plays in highlight. There really isn't. You don't just magically get the cesta up at the same time that the ball happens to be there. You eye it in. You eye it in. You keep your eye on the ball, whether it's coming off the back wall or the front wall, and you follow it into your cesta. Backhand by Arta. Powerfully, powerfully thrown. Rebote kicking all the way out to the 4 line. Turned on the forehand of Eada. Eada makes the catch at the 7 line. Looks to pass. He does. Rebote. Eada takes it on the bounce. Forehand. Arta makes the catch. Backhand. Ball's on the wall. Eada makes a save. Catch by Arta. Arta outside placement. Scoop by Eada. Karam will score 5 points and a possible match point for Eada.
Eada's played well in singles throughout his career, but I don't know if we've ever seen him play at this level. Throwing a couple more shots, passing consistently from the left side. That's some really solid play from number 23, the white shirt today.
Hard serve by Eada. That's a good catch and a nice return by Arta. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall, played by Eada. Backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote forehand to the inside.
That's a tough one.
Scoop attempt miss, point set, and match to Eada of the Cesta Cyclones, taking it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-2.
First points of the day going to the Cesta Cyclones. Eada delivers once again, 5-1 through his first 6 singles matches. What a start.
So, there we have the game day score with one of our 6 games done. Cesta Cyclones out there in front. 1 point with that singles win on the game day. 42 total points for the season. Those scores brought to you, of course, by DraftKings Sportsbook. We'll have 5 matches throughout the day remaining. Next matchup is going to be a doubles match. But before we get to that, But before we get to that, let's hear from the winner of that first game, Eada.
All right, Eada, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I always feel great when you win. This time, I was a little more concentrate, but happy to keep adding points to the cycle cartel.
Clone cartel.
Clone cartel.
So what was your strategy playing against Arta?
My strategy. I guess I was a little more concentrated in not doing any mistakes, any weird throws that it's gonna put me like in a higher position. But any different than that, just consistent. Put the ball in the back and put Arta to rebote, and that was my strategy.
Well, Eada, congratulations again on winning that match. Let's see what else happens tonight.
Thank you guys. I think
All right,
my
folks,
friends are
up
watching
next,
me.
quickly
My dad
introduce
from
this
France and my mom from
top-ranked
Mexico. Keep watching, guys.
Top rank, Stu. Now we got a third-ranked doubles match. Before we get to that top-ranked one, it's going to be Bueno and Manu taking on Douglas and Ariondo. Yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup. This Bueno and Manu team established themselves as one of the best third-ranked teams, 6-3 through their first 9 matches. Douglas and Ariondo coming off a couple big wins. Their record overall this season, just 2-4 though. A little bit surprisingly. They can pick up their third win, or can the Cyclones continue to roll on here in this fall 23 season. They will have the serve. That's Bueno up in the front. We're ready to go. Second match. There's a serve. Our second match is underway. High hard backhand. That's beautifully thrown by Ariondo to begin. Forehander bote, dug out by Bueno. Coming deep into the backcourt. There's Ariondo with the save. Bueno up at the 5 line. Keeps it inside. A little higher. Douglas coming into the backcourt. Turns to Rebote. Manu. Hard backhand from the 10 line. Lifts it back to Ariondo. Manu steps up. Takes it in. Hard backhand. Trying to get past Ariondo with the 13. Nice catch low on the left side by Ariondo. Lifts the backhand up. Manu pulls it in. Forehander bote. Douglas lays it up. Manu gonna let that ball cross the sidewall. Lifts up another backhand. Rebote coming out. Douglas on a knee. Makes the save. Bueno couldn't get there in the air. Lets it come to Manu in the backcourt. Hard return, right on the wall. Ariondo pulled the cest out at the last second. Douglas has the Rebote. Douglas backed up to the 10. Hard throw, trying to get past Manu. What a catch is that cross deep in the backcourt. Ariondo higher and harder. No problem for Manu, reaching up. Low runner inside. There's Manu. Here's Manu at the 11 line. Hard throw. Right on the numbers again. No play for Ariondo. Douglas gets in there for the Rebote. Bueno looking to cut it off. He does. Up at the 7. There's a backhand. Ariondo deep in the corner. Bueno going to cut that one off. There's the 7 line. Backhand. Ariondo. Beautiful return by Ariondo. That one passing on the wall. Bueno just does dig it out. Douglas looking to get aggressive. There's a drop shot. 1. Gonna get the second bounce. Bueno with a chance, just couldn't make the play. Devils, Douglas and Ariondo on the board first in our second match.
Quite a first point. Catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw until someone was able to make a shot. Douglas, you see him making the catch right here. Turns it into a drop shot. Bueno reads it, takes off. Came close, came very close. Got contact with it, just not able to make the catch.
What a serve by Douglas. Better catch there by Manu at the 10 line. Ariondo deep in the corner. Lifts it up. Here's Manu. Nice catch. Douglas up at the 9 line. Cuts it off. Backhand. Comes out to the forehand of Manu. Goes for that sidearm play. Crosses the sidewall. Douglas. Rebote on the backhand. This ball kicking up. Manu settles at the 12 line. Sidearm forehand lobbed up. Douglas steps back to cut it off. Lobs this one up, clearing the overhead screen. That one's coming out. Bueno up at the 6 line, powerfully turned. Douglas there again. Backhand. Bueno going to stay up there at the 5 line, turns another rebote. Comes out to the middle of the court. Here's Ariondo now on the forehand. Back inside, there's Bueno, nice catch. High hard backhand, Ariondo back in the corner, he's there. Ariondo from the 12 line, higher and harder. Manu not going to let that ball pass. What a catch back beyond the 13. This one, it does pass. Forehand rebote, sticks inside. Manu runs under it. There's a backhand, the low runner. Trying to play Ariondo. That one's going to come out. Douglas on the rebote. Comes out a little low into the pad.
Not sure if Douglas was trying to make a shot out of that, i.e. a drop shot, or just thread the needle and put it inside, or if he was just out of position. But one way or the other, result was the same. Ball went to the pad, lost a point.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Manu. Backhand by Ariondo, right on the wall. Tough catch by Manu. Softer touch that time by Ariondo. Bueno not going to get there in the air. Comes to Manu in the backcourt. This one powerfully thrown back to Ariondo at the 13. Quarters trading throws here. Ariondo not going to get to that one. Douglas actually backs up, cuts it off. Powerful return follows. That is right on the wall. Tough save by Bueno. Here's Douglas. 2-wall. Stopped on the outside. Ariondo in the backcourt comes up with it. Manu on the rebote. Drops it back inside. Ariondo up the wall. He comes down with the ball. Backhand. Low runner on the numbers. Ariondo out of the way. Douglas back there for the rebote. Tough catch by Ariondo's. Cross the sidewall. Lifts it up. Here's Manu. Manu from the 11. Powerful backhand again. Dropping low. In and out of the basket of Ariondo it goes. Second point for Bueno and Manu.
Forehand rebote saved there by Bueno on the replay.
Look at
Douglas
Manu. Right, ooh.
Trying to make that into a 2-all. Manu was preparing for the drop shot.
Yeah. A little slow to get up, and
Definitely a little slow to get up.
Continue to play that point, then threw a bullet right on the wall that scored for his team. Great effort by Manu right there. Ariondo, big backhand, 3-wall play, opening up to the outside. Bueno with it the whole way. That's a tough return. That's going to open up. Ariondo, good positioning. He turns the rebote. Here's Manu on the bounce. Forehand, low and hard. Back inside. Ariondo makes the play. What a catch by Manu. Pulls it right off the sidewall. Back to Ariondo in the corner. He lobs this one up. Softer touch. Manu forced to come back for it. Just does make the save. Here's Douglas on the bounce. Outside placement. In and out of Bueno's cesta. Ties it up, 2-2.
It's a bold choice. I mean, he threw it right at Bueno,
Yeah,
and Bueno's catching's been spot on. I mean, we have the benefit of having watched most of these games. I don't know if Douglas has. In this case, it went in his favor, but a little dangerous to throw it right at your opponent.
Fault under serve. Came up short of the 4 line. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. That is an underserve, a double fault. Bueno and Manu get the point.
Rare double fault by Douglas. Douglas, a couple players seem to be plagued by double faulting issues. Douglas not one of them.
No, certainly not. Big point there. Breaks the tie. Cyclones lead at 3-2. Ariondo on the left side, lifts the backhand. Right to Manu there at the 11. Just blasts this one. Douglas calls him off. He's got the rebote at the 7 line. That's powerfully thrown. Manu has it overhead. Low runner inside. Douglas coming cross court. The flying catch. Big backhand. Not going to get past Manu. Ariondo now from the 10 line. High, hard backhand. Kicking up. Not past Manu. What a catch. Gets it off in time. Douglas now cuts it off again. Powerful backhand. No play for Manu this time. Bueno all alone. He turns to Rebote. Douglas on the inside. The drop shot. Gets the first bounce, not the second. Bueno. Costado, high Costado. That's caught in the air by Ariondo. Great positioning again. Manu on the inside. Low runner. Actually, this one coming out. Douglas going to play the Rebote. Manu, backhand again. Powerfully thrown right on the wall. Douglas chooses the Rebote on the back end. Bueno inside to cut it off. Keep this one inside, trying to pass where it is tipped. Well played point. Those are the Cyclones. They lead 4-2.
That's 4 points for the Cyclones in the white shirts. Douglas and Ariondo for the Devils in red. Some tremendous play by Manu back here in the corner.
Well, he's throwing the ball harder than we've ever seen him.
Yes.
And beautiful backhand from Ariondo off the serve. Rebote, forehand, turned low and hard. Ariondo's there. Manu on the inside at the 10 line. Low runner. Douglas, what a catch. Ranging back behind him, makes the play. Calls for Bueno to take the Rebote, puts it above the pad. Here's Douglas, left side. The splitter is tipped.
My, oh my. Beautiful shot by Douglas. Split placement, the call. Split the front quarter and the back quarter as they move to the outside. I believe that, so white ball, white shirt in front of you. I think Bueno was, we'll see right here. But I don't know that Manu was able to see this, but yeah, that ball was way too, he had
Just
a face full of
hesitated.
Bueno.
Yeah.
He couldn't see the ball.
Beautiful backhand again from Ariondo. Forehand Rebote, played at the 7 line. Douglas cuts it off, backhand. Bueno again, has another one, turns it low and hard, comes back to Ariondo at the 11 line. Low running backhand, Manu's got to play on it. Powerful backhand, just does clear, takes Bueno up to the 4 line. His return to the outside, caught by Ariondo, runs under it. Forehand right inside, scooped up by Manu. Ariondo again from the 11 line. Right on the wall, what a catch, takes it right off the numbers. Forehand Rebote kicking up and out. Beautiful return by Douglas. Bueno looking for the Rebote. High off the front wall, back to the left side of Ariondo. Low runner. Slow down for a moment. Manu picks it up. There's the backhand. Back on the inside. Here's Ariondo. Beautiful throw. Passing Manu. Bueno on the Rebote. Push this one outside. Douglas calls him off on the Rebote. 2-all return. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno. Costado right on the inside. Ariondo. Tough catch in the corner. Backhand by Manu. Again into the corner. Douglas has to come back for it. Will clip off the sidewall. Bueno's there. Another backhand. Just got to keep passing. Cutting inside. Douglas has got to play. Bueno Rebote. Dropping. Douglas got back there at the 9 line to cut it off. Good range. Douglas. A 2-all from the inside. That one going to land out. Gives the Cyclones, Bueno and Manu, 5 points. They have a possible set point.
There's a high energy point right up into that shot by Douglas. I admire him going for it. Absolutely admire him going for it. But that's a tough one.
That's a bold shot selection. Again, down a point in this opening set. Serve kicks to the forehand of Ariondo. Back to the forehand of Manu now. Middle of the court at the 10 line. Drops it inside. Ariondo, tough catch back beyond the 13. Manu at the 10. Blasts the backhand right on the wall. Kind of a Magic City bounce. Rebote not there. Point and set. Bueno and Manu take it 6-3. 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2.
Tremendous play by all 4 players there in that first set. See Bueno and Manu, the Cesta Cyclones, took the set. 6-3 going off into the ESPN3 players cage. Both teams retired to the same area in between sets. Tremendous play by Manu there, removing his helmet in the back corner.
Yeah.
Why do we make such a big deal out of the ball being played in the corner? Because there's nowhere to go. That ball's coming into that corner anywhere between 75 and 160 miles an hour. And when it hits the back wall, if you don't make that catch, it hits the back wall, it's only going one place. That's at you. So any player, we have Manu, we have a Rats, we have a few other players that are surprisingly comfortable in that back corner. And it's one thing we basically let them know is, you know, hey, if you're going to do that, no problem. Don't turn around and look into the corner, whatever you do.
Bueno and Manu maybe hit their stride here in this fall 23 season, coming into this one winners of 4 of their last 5. But also kind of, you could say the same for Douglas and Ariondo, coming off a big win over the team of Gosheri and Ben. And their last 2 times out, though, losers to Zuleika and Rock and Iturbide and Spinner. Been kind of an up-and-down season for Douglas and Ariondo when it's worked well. I mean, some straight-set victories you see here on when it hasn't worked out so well. A couple straight-set losses. Bueno and Manu take the first set 6-3. Ready to begin our second set here in just about 15 seconds. Coming up after this one, have that second-ring singles match, Manny against Hyro, then top-ranked doubles, Carbo and Manu against Douglas and Arta. Then Bueno and Ariondo compete in singles. We will close it out with Kada and Manny against Hyro and Erbetta. Full slate for today. We're already in our second match, ready to begin set number 2. Douglas and Ariondo will have the serve. What a catch to begin our second set. Forehander Bote comes back to Ariondo, middle of the court. Manu back to the inside. Ariondo standing at the 13, makes the play. Manu up at the 10 now. Low runner. Douglas steps in to cut it off. High hard backhand. Here's a Rebote. Bueno looking forward at the 6 line. Drops it inside. Ariondo backing up. Good control. Backed up to the glass. Here's Manu. Low runner. What a bullet caught overhead by Ariondo. Backhand return. Will pass. Nice throw. Bueno on the Rebote. That sticks inside on the numbers. Ariondo there again. Low runner again. Just over the head of Douglas. Ariondo steps up. Hard return. Right to Manu. And drops between the Devils. Douglas on the Rebote. Manu steps up again. Not going to let that ball cross the side wall. This one opening up. Manu on the Rebote. Just saves it to the inside. Here's Ariondo. Up at the 9 line. Sidearm play for Bueno coming cross court. Ariondo right up the middle. Bueno cuts that one off again. Low runner. Back to the inside. Ariondo standing at the 12. Hard backhand, kicking up and out. Bueno on the Rebote. Drops it inside. Douglas calls him off. 2-wall return. Bueno stops it again. Bueno with that high 3-wall play. Ariondo going to step in. Not going to get that 3rd wall. Makes the catch. Backhand. It's going to be a tough Rebote comes shooting out. Douglas lays it up. Manu settles at the 10 line. Backhand. Low runner again to Ariondo. Beautiful backhand, clears the overhead screen. Bueno, wall to wall on the forehand. Rebote, Douglas with it, powers it inside, fall down Rebote. Manu has got a play on it, makes it, keeps the rally going. Manu on the hop, pulls it in at the 11 line. There's the backhand, dropping low, Ariondo there. Forehand Rebote kicks to the outside. Douglas, the splitter, that stayed inside. Manu, great control, it bought a lot of spin. Gonna let it come out. Ariondo with the 12 line, backhand. Manu steps up now, over the 9 line. Powerful return, just out of reach. Douglas tough for a Rebote. All he can do, he lays it up. Comes back to Manu, this time on the forehand. Over the top, looking for the bouncer. Ariondo settles. The backhand, though, just does clear once more. Douglas, 2-wall, is too wide. What a rally to begin this second set. Bueno and Manu take the first point.
It's one thing that's been going on here late in 2023 at Magic City. These points are going on and on and on. These points are The catching and the throwing and the shot stopping and the shot making are just absolutely phenomenal at this late stage of the season. You got points that go on that long. You see Ariondo there having taken his cesta off. So the hand sits on top of that wicker basket. There's a leather glove that goes over the hand. And those hands are affixed into the cesta. They're held in there by that long tie. That's a cinta. Comes loose as you play. The more throws you have, you want to keep it as tight as possible.
Ariondo keeps that serve on the left side. The backhand again just does clear. That's very well thrown. Bueno on the rebote, powers it wall to wall. Douglas reads it, powers it back inside. What a catch. Manu scooped it up at the 11 line. Backhand from the 11 line, little runner. Ariondo's there. Backhand inside, just out of reach of Ariondo. Douglas on the move, gets out there, puts it up the middle. Manu going to keep it on the left side. Ariondo powers that one, not past Manu, going up for it at the 13 line. Ariondo on the inside, backhand. Well, runner, Manu steps up. That one dropping low. Ariondo, good control on the forehand. Bueno looking to cut it off. He does. There's the backhand. Coming way out. Douglas up at the 6 line. Lays it up, and a beautiful return. Gets past Manu. Ariondo, drop ball in the corner. That's a second point for the Cyclones. Bueno and Manu.
I'll tell you, Manu's been a machine in the backcourt, but Bueno's playing mistake-free highlight up there in the front court. He is not making any mistakes. Solid catching and throwing for Bueno.
Manu on the inside. There's a backhand. This is better. Here's Bueno. Low runner. There's Ariondo at the 12 line. Softer touch. No play for Bueno. Manu steps up. Caught it in the air at the 10 line. Ariondo now back at the 13. Manu from the 11 line. Puts it on the wall. Ariondo out of the way. Douglas on the rebote. With a big bounce. Manu takes him back to the 13 line. Forehand now. Deep in the corner. Douglas has it up overhead. Big bounce, Karam. Bueno backing up on the hop. He brings it in. Ariondo, low runner. Manu steps up again, takes it off the sidewall. Low bullet right to Ariondo. Manu slows it down, lobs the backhand. Ariondo takes it in. Will kick off the sidewall. That one dropping. Bueno's got to come back for it. He gets out there. It's a 2-wall return. Douglas on the bounce. Whips it inside. Right to Manu. He caught it. Rebote again. Splitter. Bueno caught that in the air. The 2-wall by Bueno scores.
What a shot by Bueno. That was ballsy. He saw Douglas going out there too, man, and fired it.
I mean, there was a time when Bueno wasn't throwing those 2-walls very well. He's regained that confidence over the last week or so, and just beautifully done right there. Very well thrown by Bueno. After that first miss, Stu, he settled right back into this match. Forehand rebote. Ariondo takes it in at the 11 line. Backhand. What a catch overhead by Manu. No look. Drops it back inside Ariondo. Douglas rather on the rebote. Back up the middle. Manu on the forehand. Drops it over the top. Douglas somehow cut that off. Low runner. Manu's there again. Blasts the backhand deep into the corner. Not a lot on it. Douglas just lays it up. Another one on the numbers. That one missed. 4-0 advantage for Bueno and Manu. They serve.
So basically we have Manu with, he's not just number 17, 17 years of professional experience, going up against Ariondo in his rookie season. Manu's throwing the ball as hard as we've seen him throw. Ariondo's been spot on.
Manu again, what a catch there, right on the sidewall. Lobs this one up. Ariondo at the 13 line. Backhand from Manu. higher and harder. This one kicking out. Douglas on the move early, stops at the 5 line, turns it wall to wall. What a return by Douglas. Bueno, back up the middle. Ariondo on the forehand. Drops it to the inside. Manu let that one pass as Erbetta on the back end. Forehand Erbetta, there's Bueno. To the inside, Douglas calls him off. Douglas high off the front wall. Manu runs under it, cuts it off. There's a powerful backhand. Douglas on the left side, outside placement, stopped by Bueno. Bueno's return, scooped up by Douglas. 2 wall is too wide. Sequence up in the front court, Bueno and Manu get the point, 5-0 advantage. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
Don't want to beat a dead horse, but that is mistake-free highlight by Bueno up there in the front court. And Manu is throwing the ball harder than I've seen him throw, possibly since he started here in the Magic City program.
Runner inside, Manu again, tough catch right off the sidewall, backhand, dropping low, Ariondo's there. Manu at the 11, another blast of the backhand, a Magic City bounce
will finish it off.
Will end the match. Tough way to end it. Point, set, and match 2. Bueno and Manu take second set, 6-0. You never want to see a match end that way, but Manu throwing that bullet, Magic City bounce, catching Ariondo. That point goes to the Cyclones. What a performance by that team, coming into it with a record of 6-3. Maybe their best performance of the season right there. First 2.5 points of the game day going the way of the Cesta Cyclones. Hyro coming out for the Devils, looking to put some points up on the board for his team. What a combination right there. I mean, the catching by Manu, the power on his backhand.
The power by Manu. See,
oh my goodness.
We often talk about what stands out from the day because we see many of the same players day in and day out.
Right.
But what stands out? What stands out was Bueno playing mistake-free highlight in the front court, and Manu in the back had something extra on those backhands.
Yeah. Every single one of them, Stu. Crossing the sidewall deep in the backcourt, just out of reach of Douglas, and putting a lot of pressure on Ariondo. As you said, only been playing the sport about 10 months now
yes.
professionally, so still a great effort. He's had a great season, but tough matchup there against Bueno and Manu. 7th win of the season for Bueno and Manu, 7-3 overall. They have 2 matches left to complete their season. Let's hear from the winners, Bueno and Manu.
All right, Bueno, Manu, that was your second win against this Devils team. What was your strategy coming out here tonight?
We know it's an important night, so make points, play aggressive, play smart, and keep the ball deep in the court. Don't give them an opportunity to shoot it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, exactly what I say. Be patient, you have to try to make less mistake than your opponent. So I think that we had a pretty good match. We played very good and very happy with the win.
Well, guys, congratulations again on your second win against this team. We'll see what else happens tonight.
Thank you. Go Clones.
And folks, up next, quickly introduce this second-ranked singles matchup here. Manny for the Cyclones. What a great performance he had this past Friday night against Arta. A dominant victory. His opponent, Hyro, one of the best in this second-ranked singles group since we began Battle Court so far this season. Hyro with a record 4-1 in singles. Manny, though, 2-4. Manny will have the serve to begin. Third match, ready to go.
Here's the serve. We begin. Here's a backhand by Hyro to the inside. Erbetta, that rebound off the back wall, played from the forehand of Manny. Hyro on the catch. Manny from the forehand to the inside. Erbetta forehand. Here's the catch by Manny. Carom by Manny is out. First point of this match goes to Hyro. There in the red shirt of the Eada Devils, he serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And Manny threw a bunch of shots in that Friday night singles matchup against Arta, so expect him to do the same here. First one, just kicking wide of the court. And whether it was from the right side or the left side, Manny was as precise as we've ever seen this past Friday in that straight set victory, but doesn't get much tougher than Hyro here.
Good catch and a nice return there by Manny. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played from the forehand of Hyro. Manny's there. Manny with the carom. This one lands in. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece.
I mean, that one is just perfectly executed. Manny is on the inside. Hyro, no chance to get to that one.
Hyro heard the noise, moved up to make the catch. Here's the backhand by Manny to the inside. Backhand by Hyro. Hyro from the forehand, lower and harder. Here's a catch by Manny. Manny from the forehand. Robote, forehand from the 9 line. Catch by Manny. Manny on the right side. Right up the middle. Hyro makes the catch. Drop shot. Manny takes off, has it on the left side at the 5 line. Fakes the 2-wall, drops it inside to score. That is 2 points for Manny of the Cesta Cyclones in white. He has the serve.
And the last time these two played early in the season, I remember a heavy dose of drop shots coming from Hyro. That time, Manny got a good read on it, stepped up, and then killed the point when he got to it. It's going to be a key right here again. If you got to beat Manny, those drop shots are probably the best way to do it.
There's backhand by Hyro to the inside. Manny missed the rebote. That is a point for Hyro. We're all tied up, 2 points apiece, playing the 6 points. See who wins the set. Hyro has the serve. There's a backhand by Manny. Bote to the inside. It's going to take a big bounce to the 10 line. Here's the backhand by Manny. Just catch on the forehand of Hyro. Hyro powerfully from the forehand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Manny. Catch by Hyro. There's the backhand. Manny's there. Backhand by Hyro again. Robote saved nicely. Here's the catch by Hyro. Backhand by Manny. Robote forehand by Manny. Catch by Hyro at the 7 line.
Watch the outside.
Outside
Yeah.
placement will score. Well executed by Hyro.
At least once a day, Stu. Got to watch out for that outside placement. Perfect time to break it out after establishing the inside with a couple throws.
Absolutely. You got to time it right because any shot, if you're consistently throwing 2 walls, if you're consistently dropping it to the inside, if you're consistently going outside placement, your opponents know where to go.
Right.
And the trick is to throw the ball where they're not. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands. There's the backhand by Manny to the inside. Here's the catch. Robote forehand, straight back. Robote forehand, up the middle. Robote left side by Manny. He makes a save. Hyro on the catch. Catch by Manny. Backhand passes. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played from the left side of Hyro to the inside. Manny's there. Chula scores. Score is 3-3. We're all tied up. Manny serves.
Just a perfect backhand. Nothing that Hyro can do about that one. Just got to tip your cap and move on here in this opening set. Figure the way that Manny played, he was going to come out aggressive, and so far so good. Tied it up against this top guy in the second-ranked group.
A Robote forehand by Manny, straight back to the inside at the side wall. Hyro makes the save. Robote forehand just above the pad. Hyro's there. Robote inside. Scoop by Hyro. Backhand caught on the forehand of Manny. Ball tipped by Hyro at the 10 line. 4 points for Manny. He serves.
Yeah, Hyro really wanted to take that one in the air off the side wall and cut it off about the 9 line. Just a missed ball, a rare miss for Hyro. Early on in his career at Magic City, I mean, talking spring of 22, there's a tendency to have a couple tip balls per match, but here in the fall of 23, with his experience, you don't see many misses.
There's the backhand by Hyro. Robote, forehand by Manny. Hyro makes the catch. And scores on the strong forehand. That is 4-4 is the score. Hyro serves. There's the backhand by Manny. Robote coming out.
Just out of reach.
Five points for Manny and a possible set point.
Yeah, Hyro was so far off the inside that Manny just had to beat him right on the numbers. That was the key right there. Any little kick off the sidewall, Hyro probably would have got to it, but just perfect
Point
throw.
and
there's the
set for Manny, taking it 6-4. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, come back out, and play our second set.
(6-4) in favor of Manny in that opening set. I mean, good start for Hyro there, and he's coming undone there in the second half of that set.
A match of veterans. Manny there in the white shirt of the Cesta Cyclones, playing professional Jai-Alai. I like to say since 2001, when he first signed at the former Miami Jai-Alai. However, prior to that, played in Tijuana professionally, back since 1996 or 97. 96, I believe it was. So almost looking at 30 years of professional experience right there for Manny. Hyro, 17 years experience at Dania Jai-Alai.
Some replays right here. That was the carom just perfectly thrown by Manny.
Hyro looking to see. Hyro saying, yeah, I
Wow.
don't know. You don't have to agree with the judge because the judge is always right, period. Nice throw by Manny to the inside.
And there's that
Outside placement, just perfectly timed. And Manny, that's a
Technique
salute.
out.
Yeah, that's Manny basically saying, hey, good shot, man.
Yeah, this one, I mean, right on the wall. I mean, any kick, Hyro probably gets there, but just on the numbers, the key right there, perfectly done. And then this serve coming right here. Crossing and then tip by Hyro.
Now, Hyro catches those 9 times out of 10, but just not that time. Hyro also been playing with a new Cesta. What happens when you take out a new Cesta? Cesta is a little on the hard side, I guess is the best way to put it. Doesn't have a lot of give. Gradually, over a period of time, Cesta breaks in. And you hope that it breaks in before it breaks. So those Cestas are entirely handmade.
Probably overall a little bit easier to catch the ball with a more broken in cesta. Is that
Absolutely.
think of it kind of like a baseball glove too. You get that glove at first, it's kind of stiff. You got to get some throws. I know people, put oil, they bake the mitt, just try to loosen it up, and it takes a while. It's a whole process. Ready to go here with our second set. Hyro serving to Manny.
We're ready to begin our second set. Hyro has the serve for the Tejada Devils. Here's a catch by Manny, backhand to the inside. Hyro's there, backhand, passes. This is the rebote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Manny to the inside. Rebote left side by Manny, high and hard to the front wall. Hyro's there. Drop shot by Hyro will score. Well played. Hyro first up on the board in our second set. He serves.
Yeah, the key to that opening set, I think Manny was tracking down that first drop shot, and Hyro kind of got him going a little bit in his own head, thinking about what type of shots to throw. Comes out, committed to it here in the second set, and just right above the pad, and two bounces by, what was that, just beyond the four line?
Yeah, just beyond the four line.
Pretty good right there.
Manny from the forehand. Hard throw to the inside, crossing the sidewall at the 8 line and scoring. We're all tied up at 1-1. First player to reach 6 points will win the set. Manny serves.
It's been consistent. Those misses are all pretty much coming when the ball's right on that side wall, and tougher to make those catches, especially with that new cesta.
Here's the backhand by Hyro. Rebote forehand by Manny. There's the backhand by Hyro to the inside. Rotate forehand by Manny. Hyro makes the catch. Juggling on the catch of Hyro.
Oh, wow.
Manny will get the point. That is 2 points for Manny of the Cesta Cyclones. So when the ball comes into the cesta, it cannot lose contact with the surface of the cesta. It will roll. In fact, it rolls from deep in the basket up towards the tip, but can't bobble around, cannot break the frame of the cesta. There's the rebote by Manny. Beautiful catch by Manny. There's the backhand. Manny on the catch, winds up. Rebote forehand, just above the pad. Here's Manny. 2-all by Manny, beautifully executed and scoring. That is 3 points. Hyro with 1, Manny has the serve.
The same Manny we saw this past Friday night, Stu. Aggressive, executing the shots quite the way he wants to, and just putting a lot of points up on the board. He handled Arats pretty easily. Now Hyro comes into this one at 4-1. Took the first set, now 3-1 lead here in set 2. Got to make his move right here if Hyro wants to get back in this match.
There's a backhand by Hyro. Rebote coming out. Manny, 2-all. Hyro chases it down, stops it. Gets it back in there. That's kind of a wonky bounce. Manny handles it, puts it back outside to score. Beautifully played by Manny. He leads 4-1. Manny has the serve.
Little kick off the sidewall right there. The key, Hyro was expecting it to stay inside, but just that little kick off the sidewall first, opened it up, beat him. 4-1 advantage now for Manny of the Cyclones.
Rebote coming out. Here's the catch by Hyro. Manny on the catch. Forehand carom. That will score 5 points and a possible match point for Manny.
And Manny not giving his opponents any air to breathe here. I mean, he's getting it on the right side and just shooting these caroms again and again. Boy, if he plays like this, tough for anybody to beat him in the second-ranked group. Back-to-back performances.
Hard forehand to the inside will score. 2 points for Hyro. He serves.
juggling on the call there on Manny's catch.
3 points for Hyro. He serves.
Hey, same type of catch that Hyro got called for that hold as well, as a forehand and a little bit tougher to control coming to that right side, especially kicking up like that. It's made it a set now.
Fault underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
Yeah, with Manny hanging pretty deep in the backcourt, you see he's starting almost at the 13 line. Hyro trying to get in that front part of the service box and have it die about the 10 line. Probably not going to go for that on the second serve right here.
There's backhand by Hyro. Robote left side by Manny to the inside. Hyro cuts it off. Hyro, wonky bounce, 2-all. Hyro reads it, he stops it. Powerful forehand, gonna pass to the inside. Manny saves the Robote. What a catch by Hyro, tremendous control at the 7 line. Robote comes out on the wall. Manny with a phenomenal save on that forehand Robote. Backhand to the inside, catch almost by Hyro. That is point set and a hard-fought match for Manny, taking it in the second set. In straight sets, actually, 6-4, 6-3.
Not only that, Stu, keeps the perfect game day alive for the Cyclones. How about Manny, the captain, taking out Hyro, one of the better players in all of Battle Court statistically. 3.5 points now on the game day for the Cyclones. One more match will clinch it for them. Cyclones opening up a bit of a lead here over second place. Let's check out the points remaining as well. As I believe that, after today, the Cyclones will be 2 game days ahead of the Renegades, who are going to be in second place. Unless the Devils can pick up some points here, just 1.5 will get them at least in a tie. Could happen right here in this next doubles match with Douglas and Arta against Carbo and Manu. See those full standings right there. See exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, the Cyclones going to be a couple ahead of the teams in second, certainly, and also a game day ahead of the Devils in third, and a few ahead of the Warriors down there at the bottom. How about that from Manny, delivering for his team, champions in the opening season of Battle Court. Let's hear from the captain of the Cesta Cyclones. Here is Manny.
All right, Manny, this is the second match that you won in 2 straight sets. How do you stay so focused? Esta es la segunda vez que ganas un partido en 2 sets. ¿Cómo mantienes el foco?
Jugar un poquito más agresivo que antes para no cansarme tanto. Mira cómo estoy.
So to play a little bit more aggressive than before, but to not be as tired, but look how I am.
Sí, porque juegas más tenso. Juegas más tenso, con más nervios, no quieres fallar y mira.
Because you play more tense, so then when you get nervous, you get a little bit more tense, and it doesn't work out that way.
Pero al final te sueltas y ya juegas.
But at the end of the day, it's sometimes luck. Bueno, Manny, congratulations again for winning the match. Let's see what else happens.
Gracias.
And coming up next, it is that top-ranked doubles matchup. Match number 4 of the day. Going to see Carbo and Manu, one of the top teams this season in Battle Court, taking on Douglas and Arta of the Devils. Douglas and Arta 0-5, still looking for their first win, whereas Carbo and Manu 4-1 through their first 5 matches. Second best in this top-ranked doubles group, just trailing Inaki and Nicholas, who improved to 4-0 yesterday. Ready to go, Stu. Match number 4. Cyclones have the serve.
Carbo has a remote control, and the only one who can control it is Manu.
He does right here. Manu played spectacular in that first match.
Oh, man, if he plays anything like that, with that overwhelming backhand, we're about to see a very fun match. I don't know how Douglas feels about that, but let's see.
There's a serve by Carbo. We begin this match with an ace. Carbo and Manu first up on the board.
So you saw Douglas scooting out to the middle. That's where he likes to take Ochari's serve. If I were Douglas, no chance I'm doing that with Carbo. No way.
Perfect serve from Carbo. That is an ace, 2-0 advantage.
And it's almost like Arta's being distracted by his, if I'm Arta, I'm just focusing on the ball. I'm not worried about what my front quarter's doing.
And also, taking a couple steps up too.
If Douglas gets a beat on it, that's fine. But if not, it's a distraction.
Arta takes the serve. There's the backhand. Lobs it up. Manu at the 12 line. Backhand from Arta. Manu steps up, takes it in at the 10. Hard backhand. Right on the wall. There's Arta again. Right on the wall. Douglas at the 10 line. Saves Erbetta. Carbo backing up. Calls for Manu to take it. He does. Manu over the top. What control there by Douglas, and the backhand cleared. Forehand Erbetta to the outside. Lands in and scores. 3-0 advantage for Carbo and Manu.
Tough break there for Douglas. Arta not moving out. Ball just lands into the outside. And
what a catch that time by Arta. That serve crossed back beyond the 11. Manu on the forehand, sidearm play. Drops between the Devils. Douglas on the Erbetta. Carbo looking to cut it off. Calls for Manu to take it again. Ball dropping low. Douglas on the Erbetta. Carbo looking for it again. Not going to get there. Manu handles. Backhand from the 9 line. Back to Arta. What a catch. Manu just pulls another one off the sidewall. So back to Arta. Backquarters trading throws here. Lifts it back to Arta. A bit deeper now at the 13 line. Carbo going to get involved. He cuts one off up in the front court. Backhand to the outside. Arta runs under it. Manu beautifully plays forehand, kicking up. That ball tipped in and out of the basket of Arta. That's a 4-0 advantage. Douglas takes the serve, the 2-wall. Carbo overruns it. That's a nice throw by Douglas. Gets his team on the board with their first point.
so that was tremendous play by Douglas. Just a tremendous play by Douglas. One, it's dangerous as hell. Two, look at the way he set. Carbo's throwing that ball 150 miles an hour easy, kind of ducks under it, makes a catch. Carbo sees the 2-wall coming and overran it. Really well played by Douglas.
Carbo takes the serve, 2-wall. Stopped on the outside. Carom returned by Douglas. Scores. Quick second point for the Devils. Douglas and Arta cut the deficit to just 2.
Seeing the difference between controlled and uncontrolled. Douglas is as controlled as can be right now. Carbo playing terrific straight through this point. It was a fake serve.
Faked him out.
No. I think he thought Artis had something to him.
That's an underserve. Second serve coming up for Douglas. Backhand by Manu. That is right on the numbers. Arta ducks. Douglas has Erbetta. It's a 2-wall. Carbo has it on the forehand. Blasts it inside. Douglas reaching up. Makes it in. Big backhand. Carbo with it the whole way. Well, that stays inside. Oh, and a lot of spin. Arta controls it. Manu, tough catch on the numbers. There's a backhand. Low bullet. Right to Arta. Manu gets up to that one. Powerful backhand again. Arta stands in. Back to the 13. That one dropping. Puts it just above the pad. Here's Douglas. Whips the Philo right to Carbo. Carbo's forehand scooped by Douglas. Douglas just going to try to pass with it. Manu coming into the backcourt. What a rebote on the forehand. Douglas on the hop, drops it inside. Oh, Manu, he's going to get up there. Manu whips it outside, and it's missed. What a point.
I will give Douglas total credit for trying to catch that in the air. That was as hard a fought point as we've seen played on this court, just as far as sheer brutality. Manu blasted it. Douglas blasted it. Carbo blasting it. Just wow.
Carbo is playing, and Manu kind of telling him to settle down. He's playing a little bit quickly, not as under control as we've seen him at times, but...
You see, that's why you don't want to do that, because that guy will kill you with that serve.
Yeah.
That's why you don't want to do that.
It's an underserve. Second serve coming up. That is a double fault and overserve on the second serve. Douglas and Arta get the point.
Yes, that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's why you don't want to do it with that guy, because he'll take your head off. And hopefully you get hit in the helmet and it's only minor
and Manu,
or something.
Manu just telling him to focus. He's got to lock back into this match. Carbo takes the serve. He whips it inside Arta. What a catch.
Game's violent. I mean, High's not usually violent, but this one is violent.
There's a backhand from Arta. The low runner. Carbo steps up. Carbo. Splitter. Caught in the air by Douglas. Douglas whips it inside. Manu's got a play on it. He scooped it up. Arta. Wow, what a catch there.
What a catch. Face full of Douglas, and he still made the catch.
Manu running around it, keeps it on the left side, cutting back in. Douglas comes back for the rebote, lays it up. Carbo just does get there. Carbo whips it inside. Arta scoops up another. Manu going up for it. There's a backhand from the 13 line. Puts it on the wall. Drops between the Devils. Douglas has the rebote. Manu runs under another. There's the backhand. Again, right on the wall. Tough save for Douglas. Just lays it up. Carbo. Another costado inside. Arta's got it again. Manu on the forehand. Looked across deep in the backcourt. There's Arta standing in at the 12. Backhand. Floating on the numbers for Manu. This one coming out. Douglas on the rebote. Softer touch. Manu going to step in. Backhand. Great body control by Manu. Gets another backhand off. Trying to get past Douglas. He's not going to let him. Brings it back to the 11. Manu now goes up, backed up to the glass. Rebote just does clear. Carbo tried to cut it off. Couldn't make the catch. That's going to be a 4th point for Douglas and Arta. Still a possible set point for Carbo and Manu. It's 5-4.
It's hard to believe this has all happened within the first set.
Manu handles that serve. What a play. Backhand on the numbers. Arta takes it in. Low runner. Manu's there. Low runner. Douglas has to dig it out. That one catches the overhead screen. Point and set. Carbo and Manu take it. 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2.
That is as hard a fought match, hard a fought set as we've seen played. Extremely aggressive play, primarily by those front quarters. Carbo there on the right. Manu, who has been the Carbo whisperer, giving him the feedback he needs to try to play with more control there in that second set. Yeah, we won the set, but yes, you need to play with more control. Players will come back to the ESPN3 Players Cage. There we have Manu and Carbo having won the set, 6-4. Some replays. First of all, rebote save by Manu. That is just beautifully done. Here's Douglas winding up. Boom. Blasts it to the outside. Carbo with a tremendous catch. Carbo, doesn't make a difference if you're standing there. I'm throwing the 2-all hard. Douglas scoops it up, sends it back. That is just beautifully played. Manu Look at this save. Tremendous play by Manu. Douglas makes the catch. Douglas again, drop shot, not droppy enough, as they say. Manu catches that, blasts it to the outside. Douglas going for it in the air. That is one fantastic catch and throw after the next. That was how that whole set went. That plus the assassination attempt of Douglas by Carbo.
I love this. And you win the set, and you got Manu coming back here as animated as we've seen him, just trying to calm down. I mean, he was...
The problem with that set, having a little experience in the sport, what happens is that with a near miss like that and all those hard throws, the energy level gets amped up with everyone on the court, including the announcer. I couldn't even stay in my chair, if you noticed.
Yeah, that was...
Because it's dangerous. I mean, it's really, really dangerous. And everybody out there can throw hard. Everybody out there can throw hard. So that's basically what you're seeing is Manu, yeah, we won the set, but yes, you need to play with more control. And yes, you almost killed Matt. And yes.
Because sometimes Carbo throws the ball hard just to throw it hard. And you saw a couple of those costados. I mean, put it right back to Arta. And
looking. It's not a criticism. It's the way he plays.
Right.
But it's like, if they don't know where I'm throwing, if I don't know where I'm throwing, they won't know where I'm throwing. That doesn't mean anything. Yeah,
but Carbo, a little more thought on the shots and a little less power. He could put the ball anywhere he wants consistently and be one of the best front quarters on this roster. Which already is.
But
could be one of the tops. Ready to go here. We got our second set in this top-ranked doubles match. Douglas and Arta serving. It's Douglas for the Devils. Second set begins with an overserve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Low runner. That one scooped by Arta.
Here's a backhand by Douglas to the inside. Robote coming out. Robote comes to the forehand of Carbo. Arta, nice catch. Fine return from the 11 line.
Here's Manu on the forehand. Drops back inside. Here's the Robote for Douglas. Douglas digs it out. Douglas, good catch behind him at the 10 line. Hard backhand. Just does clear again. Carbo running with it. Powerful turn on the Robote back inside. Douglas, 2-wall. Coming right back to Carbo. He scooped it up. Carbo on the forehand. Back to Douglas. What a catch. Lined it up off the sidewall. Manu, one
Look
hand behind him. Up the wall, and he's down
spectacular.
with the ball. Manu again. Slows it down on the inside. Puts it on the numbers. Arta now with a great catch. Hard backhand again. Manu. What a play back beyond the 13. Manu on the left side. Here's Arta. Backhand. Steps up. Here's Manu. What a catch. Carbo on the inside. Big backhand passing. Here's Douglas on the Robote. Forehand Robote. Manu rather calls him off. Turns it over the head of Douglas. Arta on the bounce. Sidearm throw back inside for Carbo. Carbo high costado. Arta steps up, runs under it. Awful backhand, dropping low. Arta ducks. Douglas has Robote. Carbo on the inside. Again, this is on the numbers and scooped up by Arta. Douglas one-handed catch on the inside. This one lobbed up out of the reach of Manu. Carbo. Robote in the corner. That one just missed. What a point to begin our second set. Carbo and Manu. They take it.
That was just the first point of our second set. That was just, wow. Replay from that first set. 2-all by Douglas. Beautiful scoop by Carbo from the outside.
Look at this catch. Oh, my
Manu.
goodness.
I'm going to get in there with a fancy catch, too. Look at that. Beautiful from both angles. And then Arta with that scoop. What a point. Backhand to the inside.
That one passing. Carballo on the move. Rebote. Turn outside. Douglas stays there. Powerful turn right back in. Manu scooped it up. Forehand Rebote. Carballo lines it up. Powerful return. Comes back to the left side of Arta. Here Manu now going to take one in the air. Lobs up the backhand. Douglas reaching up for it at the 9. Backquarters trading throws here. Another backhand by Manu. Not past Douglas this time. Steps in to cut it off. Manu at the 13. Backhand again. Douglas going up for it. This one opens up. Caught the corner. Manu lobs the backhand up. Drops between the Devils. Douglas looking to get out there. Rebote saved inside. This will slow it down momentarily. Manu controls it. Tough catch again by Arta. Crossing back beyond the 12. It's back to Manu. Douglas, another beautiful play. There's Manu on the inside. Lofty Rebote. Douglas just lays it up. Carballo coming cross court. Whips it inside again. Tough play. Douglas does get out there. Nice Rebote. Manu, good patience. Plays it on the back end. That's the Rebote. Douglas, drop shot. Carballo looking to get up there. He does. Carballo, whipped it into himself. That is a loss of point. The Devils get there first, tying up 1-1.
You're absolutely that is the best line given to us by our former front quarter Diaz. Guy's up there with a loaded gun. He is. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I mean it's just.
And look at the.
You don't want to see him hit anybody, much less himself.
Wow. Here's Manu on the inside. There's a backhand. Douglas, one-handed catch. What a play. Douglas again going up for it. Backhand at the 8 line. That one blasted out of reach. Carballo looking for it. Rebote dropped inside. Here's Douglas, the 2-wall. Stopped by Carballo. He whips the forehand low and hard. There it scores. Great defense by Carballo. Cyclones retake the lead 2-1.
These points are so spot on good. I mean, in this case, Manu, the Carballo whisperer, was actually holding onto his arm as they were walking back to the service line.
You said he has the remote. I think he's on fast forward right now. I think Manu's got to find the button that slows it down, maybe a pause for a moment and get it at like 0.25 speed or something. Arta running around that serve. Beautifully done. Here's Manu on the inside. Powerful backhand. This comes shooting off the back wall. Douglas has got it. Back to Manu. Not a lot on that. Rebote. Douglas digs it out. Comes back to Manu on the forehand. Karam by Manu. Arta, he's going to get out there. Lost his footing.
Oh, that's in play. No, they blew it. They blew it dead.
But that play was blown dead.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, he grabbed the screen with his right hand, which would have been a loss of point. Tremendous effort by Arta there, though.
That was close, but he
I
looked
mean,
like he did.
tremendous effort.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball landed in, but no. So the rule with contact with the right hand is you can't grab on or brace yourself. Incidental contact is okay, but any type of grip with the fingers.
That is an underserve. Second serve coming up. Powerful serve. That one low. Arta picked it up. Backhand passing. Carballo on the inside. Rebote comes up the middle. Douglas, powerful forehand over the head of Manu. Carballo has it. Rebote hooked up the middle. Arta on the bounce. Carballo coming cross court. He cuts it off. Splitter Douglas is there. Douglas on the costado, back inside. Manu scoops it up. Hard throw just out of reach. There's Arta stepping in at the 11. Hard backhand. Manu going up, backed up to the glass, gets it off in time. Here's Douglas. High costado with a big bounce. Manu handles it up at the 7 line. Manu back inside, dropping low. Arta got it. Early call for Carbo. Turns to Rebote, dropping low. Douglas comes back for it. High off the front wall. Here's Manu. Manu back over the top. Douglas with the scoop. Douglas the feel outside. Scores. Second point for the Devils. They serve.
It's a beautiful throw by, nice scoop and a magnificent shot thrown by Douglas. The problem that Douglas is having with the Cyclones team is Manu. He's throwing things that would score against many other backwarders. That's not going to work against Manu. Manu hasn't missed a ball today. Not one. And this is gorgeous. This is spot on beautiful, and Carbo decidedly good effort to try to scoop it, but
Manu takes in the serve, hard backhand. Douglas again has that one overhead. Backhand by Manu, just out of reach. Here's Arta. Manu at the 13 line. I ran harder, right into the corner. Really not a lot on it. Douglas, that spinning Rebote save. Carbo cuts it off right to the inside where it's tipped and scoring.
Carbo throws the costado probably harder than anyone else on the roster.
Yeah.
We can bring in Zuleika, we can bring in Gocheri, you can bring in whoever you want. As far as pure speed, if we were recording that, I don't think that there's any question that Carbo has the hardest costado. It's just a question of what he does with it. Yeah. If I were Douglas, I would not be doing that.
Big backhand again from Arta. Rebote coming out. Carbo, beautiful save into the corner and passing. Douglas push this outside. Carbo running with it. Carbo on the Rebote, the splitter. Scoop by
Beautiful.
Douglas. 2-all by Douglas.
Wow.
What a throw by
spot.
Douglas.
That may have been the best shot we've seen throw today amongst a series of phenomenal shots. That scoop and 2-all combination opened up in front of Carbo. Beautifully executed by Douglas. Let's see, we do have it. Yes, we have. Look at this concentration. There's the scoop. He sees Carbo. Boom, he throws it anyway. Look at this open up. That's cutting out by the just in front of the 4 line.
What a throw.
Beautiful.
For Bote there for Douglas. Comes back to the left side of Manu. Low runner, Arta. What a catch up high on the left side. This one dropping low. Manu forced to scoop it up. He's there. The contact with the sidewall. Arta makes the catch. Delivers it back to Manu at the 12 line. And this one drops between them. Douglas on the Rebote. Rebote forehand cut off by Carbo. Carbo right up the middle. Arta, he gets out there. Outside placement. Arta runs under that one. Arta from the outside. The long drop shot. Ooh, Manu gets up there. Manu forehand into the corner. That one dropping low. Douglas has got a play on it. Puts it up the middle. Manu now. Forehand. Costado rather. Inside. Arta
catch.
picks it up. Keeps the rally going. Forehand Rebote back inside. Dropping low. Arta runs under it. There's another backhand. A little kick off the sidewall. Opens up to the forehand of Manu. This one dropped over the top. What control by Douglas coming cross court. Rebote saved by Carbo. Douglas again. Splitter. Manu with a missed
That's his
ball.
first miss.
That's going to tie it up. 4-4 is the score.
That's Manu's first miss of the day. Out of all of the catches and throws, he has been spot on perfect. Spot on perfect. That's the only ball he's missed today.
Yeah, he's working hard. He's throwing the ball as powerfully as we've seen. These catches are incredible. Big points right here. One of the white shirts would love to end it in 2 sets, especially in Manu's second match of the day. Backhand, what a catch. Douglas up the wall, coming down with the ball. Back to Manu there at the 13. Lobs this one just out of reach. Arta in the corner. Backhand. Kick off the sidewall to Manu. This one coming out. Douglas on the Rebote. Puts it back inside. Manu lines it up. Beautiful catch. What a play by Arta now. A little bit deeper in the backcourt. Right to Manu. Manu up at the 11 line. Backhand lobbed up. Arta keeps it on the left. This one dropping. Carballo reaching in. Play. Manu has it on the back end. There's Rebote. Douglas, another splitter. Carballo all alone. He stops this one. Carballo low and hard. Right back to Douglas. Douglas powers the forehand, cutting inside. Carballo on the Rebote. Just drops it in. Ball is tipped up high on the left side by Arta. 5-4 advantage for Carballo and Manu. They have a possible set, possible match point. But he's been playing just a rare miss by Arta these last couple points. He's been solid in the back.
Arta has been solid in the back. Wow. Manu's been spot on. This may be the best that we've seen Douglas play.
Yeah, I mean, best that we've seen Douglas and Arta play as a doubles team, no doubt. If they played like this throughout the season, I don't think they'd be 0-5.
The catches that Douglas has made have been spectacular, but he's just got Manu back there.
Hard serve. Arta takes it in. There's a backhand. Stopped on the left side by Manu. Low runner, kicking up. This one coming out. Douglas on the Rebote. Comes back to the left side of Manu. Arta again. High and hard. Right up the middle. Carballo lines it up on the Rebote. Powerful turn. Comes back outside. Here's Douglas. Douglas forehand. Manu has the Rebote. Douglas again. 2-wall. This time stopped by Carballo. Carballo with a forehand. That is tipped and scoring for the win. Point set. And a hard-fought match going to the Cyclones in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. Cyclones able to close it out right there. You still see the conversation between Carballo and Manu. I mean, really few better players to learn from on this roster than Manu. He's got years of experience in this sport. You see him still going, you know. Sometimes not about the result, but really how it gets done. And it's one of the top teams in this second-ranked doubles group. Expecting a little bit more here as they move through this battle court season. Most importantly, though, for today, they come out with the win. Uh, 5 points here for the Cyclones. Look at that. Clean sweep of the game day so far with 2 matches left. Coming up next, singles, Bueno and Ariondo, and then the second-ranked doubles to close it out, Eada and Manny against Hyro and Erbetta. We are going to hear from winners of our next match, Carballo and Manu.
All right, Carballo and Manu, you guys have the second best record here on the league right now in doubles. What's the strategy? How do you guys keep the synergy going?
Yeah, a lot of communication, a lot of game planning, and executing on that game plan. You know, a lot of the game prep is done outside of the court, and I'm glad we got the W today.
Talk to me a little bit about what the prep outside of the court is like for you two.
Yeah, the prep, well, those are details I can't share for obvious reasons, but now listen, today's a day of accumulating points, and we're doing that across the board.
Yeah, the most important was the win. We play good, we play serious, against a good team, and the most important is the win. So we get the point and a half, and we are very happy.
Well, guys, congratulations again for winning that match. Let's see what else happens tonight.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, let's quickly introduce our next match here, this 5th-ranked singles between Bueno and Ariondo. Bueno been playing so well. 2-3, though, in singles. Not his best singles season. He got Ariondo here, struggled to begin as well with a record of 1-4. Way he played earlier, see if Bueno can continue on and pick up a win right here and keep the perfect day alive for his Cyclones team.
There's serve by Bueno. We begin. Ariondo with a tip ball. Bueno gets the first point of the first set in this match. Bueno serves. Reminder the scoring, ladies and gentlemen. In battle court, first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Ball tipped by Ariondo. That is 2 quick points for Bueno of the Cesta Cyclones. He has the serve. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Ariondo to the inside. Robote. Forehand. High to the front wall. Catch by Ariondo. Backhand. All missed. 3 points for Bueno. In the white shirt for the Cesta Cyclones, he has the serve.
Yeah, Bueno went through a stretch we saw. I mean, we see 9:22 here, so back on the 22nd, and then 10:3. So late September, early October, not playing his best highlight, but the way he started today, figured that he was going to be on, and so far so good. Catching the ball well, putting the ball right at Ariondo's feet, forcing a couple early misses.
There's a backhand by Ariondo. Bueno is there. Bueno to the inside. Ariondo from the 10 line. Powerful backhand. This one caught by Bueno. Bueno goes deep. Robote forehand by Ariondo. Bueno with the catch at the 7 line. Backhand to the inside. Another point for Bueno. He has 4 straight points. Ariondo yet to get on the board. Bueno serves.
Then just nothing overly complicated. Passing to the inside, that one dying off the back wall, forcing a tougher Robote that he could not make.
There's a backhand by Bueno. Robote coming out. Robote by Ariondo. Bueno on the catch. There's the return. Scoop by Bueno. There's the backhand to the inside. Robote forehand. Not there. 5 points. Straight points to a possible set point for Bueno.
He just really well played by Bueno here. I mean, again, just keeping the ball inside, forcing Ariondo to Robote, and is a backcourter, not one of the strengths of his game. I mean, he's been developed so well. He's been catching the ball beautifully on the left side and the right, but Robote is still something he's working on at this stage of his professional career.
There's the backhand by Ariondo. Robote coming out. Robote forehand.
It's a beautiful return.
Ball short. That's the set. Point and set for Bueno. Our first shutout, 6-0. We'll come back out in 2 minutes, play our second set. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. My, oh my.
Yeah,
so we had a couple 6-0s yesterday, or a 1-6-0 yesterday in singles, which was Julian against Benny, coming out on top. Benny not letting Julian come up for air at any time yesterday. Bueno doing the same thing with Ariondo here. Ariondo, we saw him in the practices earlier today, definitely making some of these catches that we did not see him making just now.
And figured that perhaps Ariondo is going to come in playing confident highlight. His only singles win came his last time out. That was against Rock of the Lifestyle Miami Chargers. That was in straight sets as well, so just not the same player we saw in that opening doubles match. Made a lot of tough catches and going toe-to-toe with Manu, world-class backcourter, and it's not quite the same success here in this singles. Bueno doing a nice job of moving him around and then just passing pretty consistently. Tough for Ariondo to get a good read on it. So far, so good for that guy in the white shirt, number 22, Bueno. Looking to improve to 2-0 on the day.
Good time to remind you that you are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Play every Monday and Tuesday at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m.
Still clean game day for the Cyclones. They have all 5 points. One more to be awarded right here. Bueno 6-0 in that first set.
And with about 25 seconds to go, you take into consideration what happened with Robote Renegades the other night.
Now, if the Cyclones are able to sweep,
Yeah.
my oh my.
I don't think we've had days where a team has won just one match, but I don't know if we've had a clean sweep of a game day this year. Does that ring any bells too? I don't think so.
What about? Oh no, not even yesterday.
Yeah, there was just one.
There was the Warriors did have
It's
one
been-
win by
Yeah,
Joseph.
whether one
Yeah.
singles or one doubles win, but haven't seen a clean sweep. Cyclones still have a chance right here. Bueno looking to end it straight sets. There's a serve.
It's a hard first serve by Ariondo. Here's the catch. Backhand to the inside. Bueno's there. Backhand. Rotate forehand by Ariondo. Here's the catch by Bueno. Backhand. Rotate forehand save by Ariondo. Bueno doing a good job of working it back into the corner. Looking for that
That's a
three-wall
smart
play.
throw.
He got it. Bueno first on the board in the second set. He serves.
He's helped Bueno take a little peek to see where Ariondo was. He noticed that he was up at about the 9 line, so all he has to do is get contact with the front wall, then the side wall, get it over his head in the air, and that 3-wall play is going to open up off the back wall. And no chance for Ariondo to return it with a well-executed forehand there from Bueno.
There's the catch by Ariondo. Backhand is from the 12 line. That ball will score. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Ariondo serves.
Sometimes just a matter of getting that first point up on the board and get a little confidence, see what Ariondo could do with it here.
Bueno on the catch. There's the backhand to the inside. Ariondo, that goes off the tip of his cesta. Bueno has 2 points. Ariondo with 1. Bueno serves.
I mean, not really a bad miss by Ariondo, just a well-placed forehand from Bueno. Tough right on the wall, just hasn't been making those catches today. No, he's capable, but hasn't quite been his day so far today.
Excellent serve by Bueno. Good catch and return by Ariondo. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Ariondo moves up to make the catch at the 8 line. Hard throw to the inside. Bueno in and out of the cesta the ball goes. We're all tied up 2 points apiece. Ariondo serves.
Maybe a situation where Ariondo needed to get warmed up. We're even at 2 points apiece. Ariondo wasn't able to get 1 point in the first set.
Powerful serve by Ariondo. There's the backhand by Bueno. Rebote coming out to about the 7 line. Turned on the forehand of Ariondo. Rebote by Bueno. Ariondo gets in there. Good control. Nice backhand. Powerfully thrown to the corner. Bueno saves the rebote. Catch by Ariondo. Ariondo powerfully from the forehand. Caught by Bueno. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand save by Ariondo. Bueno's on it. Backhand. Rebote forehand save again by Ariondo. Bueno faked the carom. Ariondo one-handed grab on the left side. That's a low, hard backhand. Well thrown by Ariondo. Great save by Bueno. There's the backhand by Bueno. Ariondo makes the catch. Backhand. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Scoop by Ariondo. Drop shot falls short of the front wall. Well played point. Bueno leads 3-2. He serves.
I'd just like to see Ariondo a little more committed on that drop shot. Not really much of an arm swing, and you do have to get enough on it to reach the front wall. Worst thing that could happen right there, you drop it into the pad, and a chance your opponent misses it on the bounce, or that you could stay in the rally, but that one just ends the point. Bueno takes the lead at 3-2.
Ariondo on the catch. There's the backhand from the 11 line. Rebote coming out. Ariondo, fine effort to try to make that save. That's 4 points for Bueno. He serves.
Yeah, just really not a lot on that. Rebote looks a little indecisive and taking the ball in the air on the bounce and a little reliant on the rebote. Again, not really the strength of his game, and just a couple misses into the pad. Again, that pad bad.
There's the backhand by Ariondo. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Ariondo lets it pass. Rebote forehand Karam. Bueno stops it. Powerful forehand crossing and scoring. Beautifully played by Bueno. Bueno has possible match point.
Yeah, seemingly just a confidence thing again. I mean, that ball landed right where Ariondo was standing and didn't even make a move to try to take that ball in the air, which shows you that maybe he's not fully there today with that confidence, catching maybe on the right side and the left. Make one final push here to force a third set. Bueno looking to close it out.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Here's the backhand by Ariondo. Good catch. Nice return by Bueno. Rebote forehand. Big right side by Bueno. Rebote left side by Ariondo will fall short of the front wall. That is point set and match to Bueno, taking it in straight sets 6-0, 6-2.
Another win there for Bueno on this game day, 2-0. Again, perfect day on the line here coming up in this final match. Cyclones have won all the points. Eada and Manny have a chance for a clean sweep of the game day. Six points here for the Cyclones. 47 points up at the top of our standings. There's 8 separating them and the Renegades. But you see, there's going to be 2 game days as well that the Renegades have to play to catch back up. So, well, opportunity to get some points. And based on how the schedule is worked out, the Renegades have yet to play the Wall Warriors down there at the bottom. Team dealing with some injuries, so a chance to add a couple more points here as we down the second half of this Fall 23 Battle Court season. Bueno with another win right there, improving to 3-3 in his singles season. Let's hear from number 22 of the Cyclones.
All right, Bueno, you came off strong right off the bat. What made you come out so aggressive on this match?
Well, it's an important night for the Cyclones. You know, we're trying to secure first place, the first place lead over everybody. So, you know, it's important that we put every point that we can on the board.
What was the strategy playing against Ariondo, apart from being very aggressive from the get-go?
The strategy is just to win and put points up for the Clones, man. You know, like I got to be a position player. I got to make sure that every time I'm on the court, I'm playing the best I can. It's a team sport right now. You know, we're clicking, we're playing good. Everybody on our team is playing good. So it's just important I do my job and, you know, go out there and execute when I'm out on the court.
Well, Bueno, congratulations again on winning. Let's see what else happens in the last match.
Thank you. Go Clones, go Clones.
One match remains on the game day. Eada and Manny for the Cyclones against Hyro and Erbetta. Again, no better team to come out for the Devils if they need some points. And Hyro and Erbetta, the second team, a record of 7-1 through their first 8 matches. One of the best in terms of point differential as well. Eada and Manny just 1-6 through their first 7. Eada and Manny will have the serve. Final match. Ready to go, Stu. Here's Erbetta on the inside, backhand. And he thought about it. Here's Hyro. Backhand, and he steps up. Erbetta going to run around that one, keeps it on the left side, the backhand, dropping again. And he on the rebote, digs it out. It's going to be a big bouncer. Hyro steps back, takes it at the 8 line. Goes for that high, hard forehand. Not going to get past Manny, steps in at the 13. Erbetta now on the bounce. Eada getting involved. He cuts one off. Backhand. Cutting inside. Erbetta's there. Erbetta on the forehand, sidearm play, drop back inside. There's Eada. The 7-line low runner for Hyro. Backhand opens up. Erbetta at the 11th line, gets up there in the air. Another backhand. Manny steps back to the 13. Manny again from the inside. Up at the 11th line, trying to get past Erbetta. Runs around it again. This time going to take a bounce. Calls for Eada to take it. Just lays up the rebote. Hyro on the bounce up at the 6th line. Backhand, 2 pass. Forehand again, drop back inside for Erbetta. Backhand from Erbetta now. Eada going up between the 8 and 9. Hard backhand. Right to the left side of Erbetta. Backhand to the inside. Erbetta at the 11. Manny at the 12. Nice catch. Backhand from Eada. Lifted end passing. Hyro on the rebote on a knee. Dropping. It's a bounce. Manny. Forehand delivered inside again. Kicking up. Erbetta's there. Hyro on the inside. Backhand.
Just a point of attrition. My goodness. No one's missing.
Yeah, first point still.
No one is missing. Catch after catch after catch.
Here's a backhand on the inside. Lifted back to Erbetta. Forehand rebote. Just above the pad. Hyro keeps it on the forehand. Fake the outside placement. Keeps it inside. Manny up there before the second bounce. Strong backhand passing. Just over Manny's helmet. Hyro's got the rebote. Manny again puts it up the inside. Hyro cutting off. Big backhand. Erbetta. Back to Manny there. Back beyond the 12. Hard throw. Erbetta goes up for it. That one dropped into the corner. Eada on the rebote. Hyro thought about it. Erbetta running around it. Plays it on the back end. Manny on the forehand. Back over the top. No play for Hyro. Erbetta again. Eada, sidearm throw. Kicking off the sidewall. Erbetta. Backhand. Cutting inside for Manny.
I looked up to make sure that I had not assigned a point accidentally. And the point is still, that's because the first point is still going on.
There's Erbetta now at the 13. Manny steps up, hands at the 10 line. Low runner now. Erbetta's there. Backhand from Eada. That is high and hard. Kick it out. Hyro middle of the court on the rebote. That one dropping. Manny now calls him off. Puts it just above the pad again. Hyro, Costado, inside placement. Scooped up by Manny. Manny will kick off the sidewall. Opens up Erbetta with a great read. Hard forehand passing. Eada comes back for it. Eada's got the rebote.
You're going to have to check some footage to see if this is not the longest point that's ever been played here at Magic City.
Yeah, this is getting up there, Stu. Our backhand inside. Manny across the 12 line, pulls it in. Hyro again. Right back to Manny in the corner. Unlobbed up. Erbetta. A little bit off the sidewall. Takes it in. Erbetta, beautiful catch off the sidewall.
Chief Judge is saying it's been a 5-minute point already.
I don't doubt that. Manny now drops it back over the top. Here's Erbetta, 13 line, makes the play on the bounce. Pops it back up. Here's Manny. Beautiful backhand. Clears the overhead screen up to Hyro on the front court. Manny now ranging back overhead, takes it in. Softer touch on the forehand. Erbetta in front of his face, makes the play.
Kada, the big bounce.
Big bouncer, slows it down. Eada, there's a backhand. That one passing. Hyro on the rebote. Powerfully thrown inside. Manny again takes it in. Erbetta, higher and harder. Manny going up for it on the hop. 12 line, he drops it inside. Ball kicks up. Erbetta there at the 13. Right on the numbers. No play for Manny. Eada drops it above the pad. Hyro up at the 6 line. Keeps the pressure on the low runner. Not a lot on that rebote. Manny digs it out. Erbetta, nice catch. Contact with the sidewall, lobs it back up. Manny now.
Could we be looking at a 7-minute point?
This one drops between the Cyclones again. Eada calls him off on the rebote. Hyro. Just a backhand, passing. Here's Hyro again. Winds up a regular backhand, keeps it inside, right on the numbers. Manny's there. Erbetta, middle of the court. That forehand dropping low. Eada keeps it on the left side. Hard backhand. This one passing again. Hyro up at the 8-line. Rebote sticks inside for Manny. Manny drops it over the top. Big bouncer. Erbetta, nice control in the corner. Erbetta from the 11. Manny now from the 12 line. Back over the top to the inside. Erbetta's there. This one drops back inside. Here's Erbetta. Eada, backhand. Again, he's going to pass Erbetta. Hyro lines up the rebote. High and hard, wall to wall on that forehand rebote. Here's Eada scrambling, drops it over the top. Erbetta charging. Big forehand. Again, just clearing that overhead screen. Sidearm play back inside. Manny lining it up. Manny turns another one. Hyro going to run around it. Has it on the forehand now. Back inside. Manny, miss ball. Rebote not there.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
what
my
a point.
goodness.
All 4 players. Crowd loves it.
Oh, my goodness.
Devils take the point.
So I know you're going to give us the timestamp, but that was without a
Started
doubt the longest play that's...
Well, I've heard 7 minutes. This set started at 6:54, and we see here 7:02 on our clock. So I'm close to 8 minutes. That is a. We heard 7:45. I think that's right.
Close to an 8-minute set. I've never seen a point. I've never seen that before.
That is.
Yeah, you guys know we played a 6, right?
The second-ranked doubles matches.
Wow.
Tend to have some longer points in.
Yeah, but 8 minutes. Could you imagine how long this match could theoretically be?
33 points at 8 minutes. Do some math for us. Forehand rebote from Hyro. Back to the inside. Here's Manny. Low runner. Hyro's there. Cuts it off. Hard backhand. Manny on the inside. Takes in at the 12. There's a backhand. Lobbed up. Erbetta out of the way. Hyro's got the rebote. Low and hard. Manny on the bounce. Hyro inside to cut it off again. There's a backhand. Lift it up. Manny's there. Hyro going up for it again. Backhand to the inside. Kicking way out. Eada takes him up to the 5 line. Drops it back inside. Erbetta, a beautiful play right off the side wall.
So theoretically, we could have a 4-hour match.
I was going to say it's at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just a quick math. Yeah.
Just shy of 4.5 hours. That would be unheard of.
You're not trick-or-treating tonight, Stu, are you?
No, I'm absolutely not.
And you're not.
It's a treat.
Don't ring his doorbell,
it's a treat.
kids.
Look at these. We had a couple cortadas in that first point.
Here's Eada, low hard forehand, coming back to Erbetta, deep in the backcourt. Low runner on the inside. There's Eada. Backhand. Higher and harder. Eada going to let that one come out. Rebote left side. Well placed by Hyro. Manny keeps it on the forehand. Drops it back over the top. Here's Hyro. Drop shot.
Oh,
dropped
my.
into the pad. The pad is bad. Ties it up. 1-1.
So, yeah, this is officially a match of attrition. I mean, it is just a match of attrition.
I think after the next point, it will be officially longer than the Bueno Ariondo singles match. That one, 6:39 the start time, and this one started at 6:54. So actually,
Yeah.
yeah, we're almost there. The first 2 points of this match. Strap in, folks. Going to be a long one. Should be a fun one. As an underserve, second serve coming up. Good serve lands between 4 and 7 line. Manny back over the top. Hyro cuts it off again. Here's a backhand. Out of the reach of Manny. Eada looking to get out there. Turns her rebote powerfully inside. Now Erbetta scrambling. That one comes up short. Eada and Manny take a 2-1 lead.
Again, tremendous play by all 4 players, focusing on their defensive abilities to make the catches. Catch, catch, catch.
Now, we've seen that from Hyro consistently since he began. First season of this year, he did throw, actually, for beginning of this season, he was throwing a few more shots. Eada, though, same thing, doesn't throw a lot of shots from the front court.
Fault over serve, second serve for Eada.
And it's not a question of which player is going to tire first. That's not going to happen with these four guys.
Low runner to the inside. Manny steps up at the last second, takes it in the air. Back over the top. It's by Hyro. Erbetta handles. Low running backhand. Erbetta, what a catch. Takes it right off the sidewall. Backhand. Opens up. Manny now on the forehand. Drops it back over the top. Erbetta handles at the 13 line. Eada on the forehand. Cuts it off. Low hard play. Back inside. That's
Ball
knocked
tipped.
down. Eada and Manny, 3-1 advantage here in our opening set.
Tough miss for Erbetta there on the left side.
High hard backhand from Erbetta, just out of reach of Manny. Eada back up the middle on the rebote. Here's Hyro. Shoots it inside, low and hard. Manny in the corner comes up with it. Back over the top. No play for Hyro. Erbetta right at the apex. Pulled that one in high on the left side. Forehand rebote. And no play for Hyro. Here's Erbetta charging down the inside. Sidearm forehand. Here's the rebote. Hyro right up the middle. Scoop is missed. Second point for Hyro and Erbetta of the Devils. They serve.
Throwing the ball where your opponent is not, often positioning it low as you see them standing there moving up on the ball towards their legs, sets up a more difficult catch. That's what Hyro did right there with Manny.
There's a backhand inside, dropping for Eada. Backhand, high and hard, this one coming out. Forehand rebote, powerfully thrown on the numbers into the chick-jack and scoring.
Don't see many of those. If anyone can throw it,
no, we don't.
Hyro can throw it. Chick-jack and chula, basically the ball coming either from the left or right side through the air, hits the floor first, the back wall, then back down to the floor. But basically that crack between the floor and the back wall that gives it no play on the rebote.
Easiest way to think about it, Chula from the left, Chick-jack from the right side.
Absolutely.
Same result, dying in the corner.
Yep.
Erbetta steps up. There's a backhand, high and hard, just clearing the overhead screen. Eada running with it the whole way. Back inside for Erbetta. Backhand, low runner. Manny forced to step up. He's got it. That one lobbed up. That one coming out. Eada, rebote, back inside. Erbetta now running around it. He's got a play on the rebote. It's a two-wall
Nice
save with a
save.
big bounce.
Little kick.
Eada on the outside. Sidearm throw, low and hard. Erbetta, what a pickup. Backhand. Just out of reach, into the corner. Eada has the rebote. Erbetta settles back beyond the 13, drops it inside. Here's Eada. Backhand. Erbetta. Manny on the backhand, right back to the forehand. Here's Erbetta now, slows it down. Little kick off the side wall. Eada scrambling now, turns it from the left side. Manny drops it back over the top. No play for Hyro. Erbetta going up for it. The rebote. Eada turns it low and hard. Erbetta picks it up. That one right on the numbers. Manny letting it come out. Eada has another save. Erbetta keeping it on the left side. Hard backhand, crossing, dropping low. Manny's got it. Erbetta up the wall. Beautiful control. He comes down with the ball. Backhand from Manny. Well, dropping low on the inside. Tough save. Hyro just flicks it up. Eada on the bounce up the 3-line. Turns it inside to score. 3 advantage for Eada and Manny of the Cyclones.
Beautiful throw by Eada, keeping it low and hard, pass making sure it's out of the reach of Hyro. Back to Erbetta.
Erbetta there at the 11 line, over the top, looking for the big bounce. Up over Eada, and he's got the rebote. That's a tough save from deep in the backcourt. Erbetta, high hard throw. This one going to pass again. Eada, this time a bigger bounce, takes him up to the 6 line, makes the save. Eada, backhand from the 7, right back to Erbetta. Erbetta back over the top to the inside. Here's Manny. Manny at the 10 line. Hyro trying to get in there to cut it off. Erbetta, big hop. He gets up there. Eada just above the pad. Hyro inside. He got there before the second bounce. What a scoop. One on the sidewall. Tough rebote save by Eada. Hyro on the forehand. Low and hard just above the pad. Manny now steps up. He gets there. Forehand rebote. That one turned. Overhead. Caught by Manny. Manny drops it inside. Erbetta caught under the bridge, but he makes a nice rebote save. Big bouncer again. That's tipped by Eada. 4-4 is the score. Hyro and Erbetta serve.
That unfortunate example of Kada occasionally taking his eye off the ball as he lines up the catch. You go back and you take a look, you'll see his head
Yeah.
turning to the left.
Hard serve, Manny handles, back at the 13. Dropping inside, here's Hyro on the rebote. Rebote powered, low and hard, Manny. Erbetta early call, takes it deep in the corner, comes out on the left side. Ball tipped by Erbetta. Eada and Manny take a 5-4 lead. They have a possible set. Eada serves.
Very interesting to see if Eada and Manny are able to finish off this set. Be a lot of motivation to kill it in 2 sets, but Hyro doesn't allow that, doesn't want to allow that to happen.
Right at the middle, here's Manny on the bounce. Drops it back over the top. Erbetta switching from left to right. Eada on the inside, sidearm play. Erbetta steps up, beautiful catch low. There's the backhand. Ball tipped by Manny on the side wall. We are tied up at 5-5. This is set point.
Any match that offers you an 8 or 7.5 minute point is probably going to offer you a 5-5. It's probably going to offer you a 5-5 set tie.
Erbetta charging down the inside, takes it on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Here's Manny. Erbetta, beautiful catch. Not going to let that ball cross deep in the backcourt. Oh, the Magic City bounce. Hits Manny. Ends the set in favor of the Devils. They take it 6-5. 2 minutes will play. Set number 2.
Yeah, that Magic City bounce cuts both ways.
Second time we've ended a set on that.
It cuts both ways.
Yeah.
It cut the direction of the Cyclones the first time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so turnabout's fair play as far as the court's concerned.
Yeah. Wow.
We used to keep a little tick mark with point for one side, point for the other, point for the court. Here we are.
Court's having a good day today. Putting up some points, I'll tell you what.
Well, because the players are doing a better job of keeping the ball on the side wall.
Candidate for player of the day, Stu? Perhaps. We'll see.
No one outplayed Manu. No one outplayed Manu. Not even.
And they had that locked up after that.
Not even the sidewall. There we are on the ESPN 3 players cage. There you have Jedden, the bearded Jedden. Beautiful scoop here by Eada. Forehand, hard to the inside, just out of reach. Actually, within reach of Inaki. He just, Erbetta just tipped the ball.
See the chick-chack there in the corner.
Beautiful catch by Erbetta. Neither foot on the ground. Back to the inside. Big bounce. Nice catch by Erbetta again, this time overhead. There we see. Oh, man.
My
I
mean, he was, he took his eye off it. He was ready for that ball to come out.
And he gets hit with the ball, looks up at God and says, why? Well, court's man-made.
Sorry about that.
A well-played first set right there. Going the maximum 11 points. Hyro and Erbetta take it. And it's been all Cyclones.
Decided it had enough of that set. It said that set.
Just feel bad for, the kids that are going to go to their house and they're going to ring the doorbell. No one's going to be there. So the sidewall is taking a little matters into their own hands. And
steal the candy? Seriously, you think that's going to happen?
well, there's not going to be any candy for the kid. They got to get home so they can divvy it up. Man. All right, second set, Stu.
How about you focus on the
Yeah,
highlight? We let the parents worry about their kids, huh?
A couple parents out there on the court right now, Stu.
Yes, there are.
Second set ready to go here. We're going to have Eada and Manny with the serve. We begin our second set. Here's Manny in the corner, drops it back over the top. Hyro's there to cut it off. Backhand, just out of reach. Eada coming back for it. Erbetta leapt a little bit early, still got to that one. Eada, beautiful catch in the air. Hard backhand. Getting out of the reach of both Cyclones. Eada turns it on the back end. Well, runner on the wall. Eada coming back for it. Rebote save on a knee. It's a big bouncer. Erbetta on the rebote. It's above the pad. Eada left side. There's a backhand. Hard return by Erbetta. Manny steps up. No play for him. Eada's rebote got away from it. Sailing out of play in the overhead screen. First point to Hyro and Erbetta.
So again, we're seeing the same tremendous play by all four players. Great communication between partners. Catch after catch after catch.
Big backhand from Eada. That is on the wall. Tough save by Hyro. Here's Manny. Outside placement. Hyro, beautiful catch there off the sidewall. Here's Manny now from the 12. Drop back over the top. Hyro trying to scoop it up on the forehand. That ball tipped. Gain and Manny get their first point, tied up 1-1.
As a general rule, when you have a competent backquarter, which all of our backquarters are competent, don't go for the scoop unless your backquarter says you, or solo, meaning all you. It's going to take a bounce. Because Erbetta is able to make those catches here in the back.
Forehand back over the top. Here's Manny on the inside, makes a play deep in the backcourt. Hyro, there's a backhand. Manny on the forehand committed, drops it back over the top. Erbetta out of the bounce. Charging on the inside, the outside placement. Eada with a tip ball. Shot by Erbetta, breaks the tie. Devils lead 2-1. Backhand to the inside, rebote. Here's a backhand from Erbetta. Lobbed up, there's Manny. Tough catch by Erbetta. Comes up the backhand, Manny steps up. Erbetta from the left side, high hard backhand. Lobbed into the corner, not a lot on it. Eada, that's a tough diving save. Keeps the rally going. Hyro with time. Settles at the 7 line. Puts it just above the pad. Manny gets there before the second bounce. Good read. Erbetta from the 13. Back over the top to the inside. Eada backing up. Controls it. He stays inside with it. That ball kicked way up. Erbetta gets up there to make the play. Erbetta from the 12 line, sidearm throw. That one kicking up and out. Kada back inside with it. Erbetta drops it over the top. Manny at the last second goes up for it. Erbetta back beyond the 13. Lobs this one up. That's on the wall. Manny out of the way. Kada lays up the rebote. Erbetta again, 13 line. There's the backhand lobbed up, just out of reach. Manny's there now. Manny over the top. Hyro looking to cut it off. Beautiful range. Backhand. Low and hard. It's a tough rebote. Manny just makes the save from the left side. Erbetta up at the 8 line. There's a backhand. Just out of reach. Eada coming from up in the front court. Turns another one. Oh, runner. Manny reads it. Backhand. Right into the corner. Erbetta slows it down. Eada trying to use the sidewall. Manny has his backcourt. This is coverage there. Rebote coming out for Erbetta. Laid up again. Big bouncer. Eada stops it. Eada shoots it right back to Erbetta. Makes the play. Tough rebote. Manny flicks it up. Erbetta on the bounce again. 8 line. High hard forehand. That one just does clear. Erbetta on the scoop. Soft touch on the forehand. Manny steps back. Makes the play on the inside. Kada again, there's the backhand. Back to the left side of Erbetta at the 12. Lobbed up. Kada again has it overhead. Erbetta, that forehand going to stick inside. Backhand from Eada. Trying to get it to pass. Erbetta's got another one. Right on the side wall. Calls for Eada to come back. Another rebote save. Ball missed. Lengthy rally, that time going the way of the Cyclones. 2-2. Manny from the 12 line. Fake the outside placement, keeps it inside. Erbetta again. Beautiful hop. He's got it. Backhand from Eada. Lobbed up and out. Hyro on the rebote. Rebote forehand. Turned powerfully. Well placed. Tough save by Eada. Beautiful control. Here's Erbetta from the left side. Big backhand. Or kick off the sidewall. Eada handles. Drops it back over the top. Erbetta another scoop. Sidearm forehand. Delivered inside. Manny now back in the corner. Comes up with it. Manny on the inside at the 10 line, slows it down. Softer touch, Erbetta steps up. Manny drops it over the top. Early call from Erbetta, makes the play deep in the corner. Erbetta again, lobs it up. Manny on the left side. Manny on the forehand this time. Back over the top. Hyro looking to cut it off. He does. Backhand. Low runner. Kick it out. Eada up with the 7 line. Quick turn on that rebote. Big bouncer again. Erbetta. 2 wall. It is too low. Into the pad. Out of play. Kada and Manny take the lead. 3-2.
I'll give Erbetta credit for trying to change things up there. Definitely a good effort. Trying to make a 2-wall. Just fell short and hit the pad.
Back over the top. That one cut off by Hyro. There's a drop shot. Caught Eada going the other direction, but he's back on the inside. What a play. Erbetta takes it at the 10. Hard backhand. Manny now. Forehand. Fake the carom. Drops it back inside. Erbetta's got it. Strong backhand again. Rebote. Cut off. Here's Hyro. Manny now from the 13. That one kicks up and out. Hyro back over, Manny rather, back over the top. Erbetta caught under the bridge. It's going to be a 2-1 with a big bounce. Eada somehow scooped that one up. The sidearm forehand scores on the return. What a combination. 2-point lead for the Cyclones.
Eada, beautiful scoop, and man, I didn't know he had that kind of power.
Just blasted that one.
Yeah, he just really, really beautifully executed.
I mean, the scoop is the key right there. That ball kicked way up, and he controlled it.
Beautiful scoop and a powerful forehand. Crossing the side wall just out of reach of Erbetta.
Backhand to the inside. There's that low runner. Eada, beautiful catch. Lobs up the backhand. Manny back over the top. Here's Erbetta at the 13. Takes it in. Hard backhand follows. That one passing. Rebote forehand from Eada. Powerfully turned. Caught by Erbetta. Erbetta again going up at the 13. Lobs it up. Cutting back inside. Manny, another good play. Hyro cuts it off. Backhand from up at the 8 line. Kicking up and out. Kicking way out. Eada just does turn it from the left side. Here's Erbetta again. Backhand. Hyro with time, drops Rebote inside, well placed. Clean miss by Manny frontways. He turns Rebote. Sidearm play, Manny backing up. He scooped it up this time. Outside placement, taken in the air by Hyro. Hyro, the sidearm forehand. Manny digs out the Rebote, but that caught the overhead screen. Great effort, ball just out of play. Hyro and Erbetta get their 3rd point and the serve.
One of the things that I mentioned earlier in the broadcast is that Hyro recently brought out a new cesta. Hasn't quite developed a feel for it yet. It's been escaping him a bit, meaning it's a bit on the fast side. So he's been throwing comparatively fewer shots. But looks like the cesta is getting warmed up during this match.
What a catch by Manny of that blasted serve coming in by Hyro. Rebote left side, drop back inside with a big bounce. Manny stops it. Manny back over the top. Hyro's there to cut it off. Beautiful play. Hard back in. Eada now looking for Rebote. Rebote forehand, powerfully turned. Erbetta running under it. Sidearm play. That one low and hard. Manny out there. Turns another one. Hyro middle of the court. Forehand. Lower and harder. Manny on the forehand. Comes up with it at the 11. Drops it back over the top. Hyro again. Whips it up the middle. Manny's there. Manny. Long cortada. Erbetta steps up before the second bounce. Forehand Rebote. Dropping low. Here's Erbetta. Backhand. And he steps in. Erbetta again from the 11 line. Hard throw. He on the inside. Big backhand. Eada passing with it. Forehand Rebote. Drop back inside. Kick it up. And he stays with it. That caught the corner. Hyro on the forehand. Manny all alone makes the play on the right side. Hyro well placed. Better catch by Eada. Lobs up the backhand. Right on the wall. Fear for Erbetta. He pulls it in. There's a scoop now by Erbetta in the backcourt. Hard throw. Manny at the last second got back in there. That ball stayed inside, tipped by Eada. 4-4 is the score. Devils serve.
Yeah, that ball came off the wall. A little bit more spin than Eada was expecting. Spun in on him. Dropped the point.
Catch by Manny deep in the backcourt. There's a backhand. Puts it on the wall. Hyro calls him off on the Rebote. Drops it inside. Catch there's Eada to cut it off. Erbetta middle of the court. Sidearm forehand. Back to the inside. Manny going up now. Erbetta, backhand to the inside again, Manny. Powerful forehand from Erbetta. Manny now at the 12 line, sidearm throw. Back to Erbetta, takes it in the air. Calls for Eada to take it. Rebote laid up. Hyro looking to cut it off. He does. Backhand from the 7 line. Low runner. Manny's there. Manny going to run around it. Keeps it on the left side. Lobs the backhand up. Erbetta out of the way. Hyro all alone. Drops it back inside. Manny now. 10 line. Looking for a bit of a bounce. Erbetta, great control up the wall. He's down with the ball. Right into the corner. Eada coming back for it. There's a diving save on the rebote. Hyro on the forehand now. Back to the inside. Low and hard. Manny's there to scoop it up. Little backhand 2-wall. Hyro another forehand. This time a little harder. And Manny's back there to scoop it up again. Hyro on the left side. That one sailed into the overhead screen and out of play. 5 points for Eada and Manny. A possible set point.
Hyro with a rare show of frustration there. That ball just escaped the overhead screen and out of play.
Forehand dropped inside. Here's Erbetta, backhand. Right on the numbers. Out of the reach of Manny. Eada's got the rebote. Erbetta from the backcourt takes it in, shoots it low and hard. Manny in the corner, comes up with it on the left side. Here's Hyro. Nice aggressive play, backhand. That one dropping low. Eada committed and comes back for it. Makes the rebote save, just lays it up. Hyro at the 7 line of the backhand. Stopped by Manny on the left side. Hard throw. Erbetta now on the forehand. Manny, that ball kicked way up. Makes the play at the 13 line. Hyro cuts it off on the forehand. Inside placement. Gets by Manny front ways. The rebote turned on the back end. What a turn by Manny. There's another one coming inside. Manny on the forehand again. Committed. He makes the play. This one lobbed up. Coming out. Eada getting involved. Looking for the rebote. Keeps it inside. Erbetta. Backhand. That is tipped by Manny in the corner. We are at 5-5 here in our second set. If Eada and Manny win it, it'll go to a third set. Hyro and Erbetta win it. Match is done.
Which will no doubt go max amount of points.
And this match, nearly, 40 minutes already and 2 sets.
Amazing.
Tremendous
Tremendous play by all 4 players. Catch, 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 catch.
And again,
then more catching.
We saw Douglas and Arta saying if they played that way that they did today, they wouldn't be 0-5. Same thing for Eada and Manny. 1-6, hard to believe the effort that they're giving today. And Eada and Manny both just making life difficult for their opponents.
You're absolutely right. Hard to believe.
Here it is, Stu. 5-5. Here's Manny on the left side. Hard backhand. Erbetta steps up. Has it the 11. One dropping low to the inside. Kicks up. Eada's got the rebote. Hyro cut it off. Backhand. It's a powerful backhand. Eada on the move at the 5 line. Drops it inside. Erbetta now scrambling. Lays it up from the forehand. Takes Eada back to the 8 line. Shoots it low and hard. Erbetta backing up. He's got it deep in the backcourt now on the left side. Forehand from Eada. Lower and harder. Hyro gets in there before the second bounce now. Big backhand. Wall to wall. Eada on the move at the 4 line. Just drops it inside. Erbetta. Eada, though, up in the front court, has a play on it. He cuts it off. Lobs the backhand, just out of reach. Here's Hyro. Bote stays inside. Backhand from Manny. Low runner. Erbetta now steps up. Erbetta keeps it on the left side. Good body control. The low runner. Eada has to come back for it. Eada makes the save. Erbetta now back over the top, looking for the peak of the big bounce. Eada controls it on the inside. Eada back over the top for Erbetta. Erbetta just beyond the 10 line. On the backhand, dropping low for Manny. Coming right up the middle. Rebote forehand. Powerfully turned. Eada got to get back on the inside. That's a tough save on a knee. Hyro keeps it on the forehand. Shoots it low and hard to the inside. Manny scoops it up. Keeps the match going. Backhand from Erbetta. High and hard. Manny there again. Beautiful catch on the left side. High, hard, backhand, return, passing. Hyro, low, hard, return. Here's Manny now on the forehand. Backed up to the glass. Hyro turns it. Eada on the left side. There's a backhand. Just going to pass with it. Beautifully thrown inside again. Hyro turns it low and hard. Eada all alone. He's got it on the left side. 2-all return. Scores for the set. We will have a third set to decide our final match of the game day. The maximum points still up for grabs, too. Got a chance to go the max here.
And talk back here is about the catching and throwing of all 4 of these players. Cesta Cyclones in white. Eada Devils in red. 43 minutes of play in this set. A full 7.5-minute point to start things off this evening. So potentially an hour-long match. We've gone the maximum number of points. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. First set went the direction of Hyro and Erbetta, 6-5. And just Eada and Manny, 6-5. We begin a third and final set in just about 1 minute. Here we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. There you see Bio complimenting Manny. Here we have some replays from that last set. Both feet off the ground. Outside placement, not outside enough. Goes off the cesta of Eada. If you can touch it, the cesta, you can catch it. Beautiful catch here by Manny. Manny's catching has been spot on today. Erbetta with a beautiful save. Eada, here he goes. That scoop, then blast it. You can see, I mean, just a tremendous, great camera work there, folks. Tremendous camera work. See the sweat flying off him, the ball rifling out of that cesta. Beautifully executed by Eada. Up the wall. There's a backhand by Erbetta to the inside. A rare miss there for Manny in this match. Rebote, 2-all, scoop, missed. They will move on to a third and decisive set.
The first match of the day has gone to a third set. What a way to close out the game day. Cyclones still a chance for a perfect day. They're going to need this set right here. Players getting ready. First one to 6 will take the match.
There we see Hyro preparing to serve. Consulting there with his backcourter Erbetta. Strategy about how they're going to try to win this set.
There's the serve. Our third and decisive set is underway. Backhand lifted, just out of reach of Manny. Eada comes back for it. No play for Hyro. Big bouncer comes to Erbetta. Lobs it high into the corner. That one coming out again. Eada, powerful rebote, turned inside. Here's Erbetta. Backhand. Eada just lays it up. Here's Hyro on the forehand. Soft touch, back inside. Eada gets there before the second bounce. Good read. Backhand from Erbetta. Right on the wall, and it's tipped. Perfectly placed in scoring. Devils get on the board first in our third set.
Relatively quick first point here to start things off.
Manny there in his 22nd year of professional highlight.
What a catch by Manny off a beautiful serve in the corner. Here's Erbetta, lobs it up at the 12 line, back to Manny. Manny at the 11, a runner, Erbetta's there. Powerfully thrown back into the corner, Eada's rebote, up the middle, Erbetta reads it, stops it, sidearm play. It'll be a 3-wall play. Eada, again, turns the rebote. Hyro with time, runs around it, forehand, lower and harder, Eada, beautiful play. To the inside, Erbetta coming back for it. Lobs this one up. There's Eada again, backhand. Here's Erbetta now from the 12 line. This one lobbed up. Manny on the forehand. Sidearm play, little kick off the sidewall. That ball opened up, and the rebotes missed. 2-0 lead for Hyro and Erbetta of the Devils.
Be very curious to see whether or not the Devils are able to put an additional point on the board here. Because if I'm not mistaken, a 3-point lead would be the biggest deficit we've seen so far this match.
Yeah. It's been pretty much back and forth the entire way, Stu. Here's Manny. Going hard, back inside. We had a nice play deep in the corner. Forehander Bote. Little runner back to the inside. Eada coming back for it. Eada drops it back in. Erbetta on the hop. Middle of the court. Sidearm forehand right over Eada's head. Back into the corner. That's going to be a tough save. Concentration by Eada, lines it up. Backhand from Hyro. That is powerfully thrown, kicking way out. Eada's got another one. Hyro looking to keep the pressure on. The 2-wall coming right to him. Eada caught it in the air. Eada sidearm forehand. Erbetta now on the forehand came across his body. He makes the play. Manny back on the inside, over the top. No play for Hyro. Erbetta.
Good effort.
He got a lot on it. That's going to come up short, though. First point for Eada and Manny.
Last-minute adjustment by Erbetta to try to make that play. That's a case where Hyro let him under the bridge just a little bit. Looked like Hyro was going to go for it and pulled out the last minute.
Manny over the top. Here's Hyro. That 2-wall. Lands out. Second point for Eada and Manny. The Cyclones were tied up 2-2.
Hyro does not throw a lot of those Costado 2-walls. He did there and landed out.
Manny on the inside, back to Erbetta. Erbetta, middle of the court, sidearm forehand, back inside. Manny out of the way. Eada lines it up. Forehand drop back inside. Good catch by Hyro, right off the side wall. Drop back inside. Here's Erbetta with a nice catch. Hard backhand follows. Here's Manny. Sidearm forehand. Here's Manny. Backed up. There's a backhand. Beats Erbetta to the inside. Forehand to Bote. Pushed up the middle. Here's Eada. Just keeps it inside. Erbetta on the bounce. Picks it up. Backhand. Forehand to Bote now for Hyro. Crossing the sidewall. Calls for Eada to take it. He does. Erbetta now running around it. Big bouncer. Eada. Low and hard. Shoots it inside. Erbetta. What a scoop. Aggressive call from Eada. Takes it up in the front court. Back inside again. Erbetta now. Hyro rotate. Turn back inside. Eada ducks. Manny goes up for it. Makes the play. Erbetta on the inside. Lifts it up. That ball's coming out. Miranda Bote. Little kick off the sidewall. Hyro's got it in the air. Backhand. Powerfully thrown out of reach. Eada backpedaling. Turns it powerfully up overhead. Erbetta. A little early. Still made the play. Backhand from Erbetta. Here's Manny. Tough save by Hyro. Drops it inside. Manny has it again. Our backhand. Crossing deep. What a catch there by Erbetta. One lobbed up again. Dropping between the Devils. Hyro has the rebote. Eada. I could try to pass with the backhand. Puts it back to Erbetta. Well runner. Manny not going to get there in the air. That one coming out. Eada's got it. Erbetta steps up, backhand from the 10 line. Here's Manny. Erbetta back beyond the 12. This one between them. Eada stepped in there to cut it off overhead. The backhand passing. Hyro up at the 8 line, drops it back inside. Eada coming cross court, good range. Erbetta steps up again. There's a backhand just out of reach of Eada. Here's Manny getting involved. Backhand. Right on the numbers. Hyro's got the rebote. Turns it high. That just does clear. Manny pointed the ball front ways. He turns the rebote on the backhand. Erbetta from the outside. Shoots it low and hard. Back inside. Eada. That was a clean miss in the backcourt. Eada got the rebote. On the backhand. Low and hard. Another rebote. Eada's got another one. On the bounce. Here's Erbetta. Just out of the way again, Eada. That is a tough save, big bounce. Hyro steps back, controls it at the 8 line. Powerful return back inside. Cutting on the sidewall, tough save again. Beautifully placed, better catch there by Erbetta. Dropped over the top, Hyro's got to cut that one off. He does, shoots it inside, low and hard. Not a lot of communication. That's a spectacular save by Eada. This one into the corner again, Eada calls him off. Eada lobs it up. Hyro on the left side. Here's the backhand. Not going to get past Manny this time. Manny drops it over the top. No play for Hyro. Coming to Erbetta in the backcourt. Backhand there from Erbetta. Eada diving save again, and that just does clear. Big bounce. Erbetta on the inside. Controls it low and hard. Eada, what positioning? Caught that in the air. Erbetta there at the 11 line. Hard throw again, right on the wall. Cutting back inside, Eada, another tough save, Hyro. Just going to pass with the backhand, keeps the pressure on, forcing another rebote. Eada drops it inside again. Where it is missed. Lengthy point that time going the way of Eada and Manny. They lead 3-2. These points are just crazy still. I mean, all of them.
There is no dropping. There is no dropping.
I mean, the matchup kind of would have expected this. Two predominantly right-sided front quarters who don't throw a bunch of shots and two back quarters that catch about everything. Backhand from Erbetta. Gets it up. Manny's there at the 11. Hard backhand from Erbetta. Here's Manny at the 12 line. Up for Bote. That one dropping. Eada there again. Backhand. That's powerfully throwing the letter. Back to Erbetta. Bote save. Hyro just makes it before the second bounce. And Eada with a missed ball on the left side floating.
We're at 3-3. The floaters are sometimes, so how does that happen? They catch and catch and catch and catch and catch. And you see a ball floating out there. How do they miss a slow? Sometimes it's more difficult to catch a slow ball than it is a fastball. Just is.
I was going to say, especially in a match like this where you're kind of in a rhythm, the ball's been moving at a
Absolutely.
consistent speed. Ikeda kind of did the same thing he's been doing. That ball just traveling about a quarter of the speed.
Same catching motion. You're absolutely right, Andrew. Spot on.
What a catch by Manny in the corner. That serve coming in hard and crossing deep in the backcourt. Hyro, remote save just above the pad. Here's Ikeda. Shoots it low and hard again. Erbetta lines it up, makes the play. Backhand. Coming out. Forehand remote. Drop back inside. Here's Erbetta. Tough catch there by Ikeda. Hard throw, comes back to the forehand of Erbetta. Ikeda, tough remote save on the hop. Here's Hyro cutting it off. Another backhand, kicking up and out. Ikeda staying at the 6 line, turns Erbetta. Line catch by Erbetta. High hard backhand again. Manny now, back beyond the 13, outside placement. Will score. Caught him going the other way. Cyclones jump out ahead, 4-3. Looks like we got the ball. Oh,
Yes,
boy.
every time the ball crosses that side wall or potentially gets a little cut in the tape, ball has to come off.
Yeah. I was going to say, it would be tough at this
And
point of a match
it's
to
definitely
switch.
important to keep the same ball. So what's the difference between a new ball and a ball that's been out there? The balls heat up; they're plastic, and as they heat up, they get livelier. Not double the speed, but they get livelier. And these guys have been playing with this ball now long enough. If we try to put another ball out there without throwing some additional tape on it,
Well, we're going to get those
yeah.
10-minute rallies that we saw in
Exactly.
set 1 to warm the ball back up.
Yeah. So
And at this point in the match, too,
Yeah.
the rhythm and the
Absolutely.
pace, you want to keep the same
want
ball
to
if
keep
you
that
can.
same ball
So
out there.
They did put on a new piece of tape. That is the same ball, and we continue on here. Kada and Manny lead 4-3.
4-3.
Third and decisive set. Cyclones ready to wrap up the game day. Looking for a clean sweep. That is an underserve. Second serve coming up for Eada. There's a low runner from Erbetta. Eada with a chance to make the play. He gets in there. Backhand, lobbed up. Erbetta back beyond the 12 line. Forehander Bote, wall to wall. That's going to be a tough one for Eada. Just does make it. Drops it back inside. Here's Erbetta. Manny from the 11 line. High hard throw. Erbetta backed up to the glass. Takes it in. Manny just beyond the 10 line, flicks it up. That ball passing. Coming back inside, Hyro's got the rebote. A tough one, dropping low for Eada, coming cross court, makes it. Right over Eada's head. Cuts it off on the left side. There's a backhand. Stopped by Erbetta. Eada calls him off. Rebote just does clear. Erbetta back inside. Manny just beyond the 12 line. Drops it over the top. Erbetta charging. He's there again. Erbetta lost his footing. That stays to the outside. Eada. Long Cortada will score. 5-3 advantage for the Cesta Cyclones. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
So Eada doing a great job of positioning that ball off the Cortada. Beautifully played.
We've officially hit the 1 hour mark, Stu, in this match. Could be decided right here. Oh, the serve is missed. by Erbetta in the corner. Point, set, and match. Eada and Manny get it done in the third and decisive set, winning 6-3. Make sure to stay tuned to the post-game show coming up momentarily.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. Stu Nyman and Andrew Bleckman joining on a big day for the Cesta Cyclones. A clean sweep of all 7.5 points. Let's cut to some of those replays right away to get you caught up on the action. Getting us back to our first match here, Stu, that was Eada and Arta in singles.
It was so long ago, I barely remember.
It was a great day, Stu.
Tremendous day of highlight play. Arta having a difficult time making catches. Started off well. Eada got locked in after the 3rd or 4th volley and then just put his foot on the gas and kept going. Beautiful scoop here by Eada. Carom, 2 score. Throw the ball where your opponents are not. That's exactly what Eada did there. Scoop attempt just missed by Arta there on the left side. Arta also working with a new piece of equipment with that cesta. Just brought it out 2 weeks ago, I believe it was. That brought us to one of our spectacular doubles matches. Douglas with a drop shot that scored well. Outside placement also scored well.
That's a good start and a rare miss from Bueno today, because after that, not going to see many from up there in the front court. Any white shirt. Look at that rebote by Douglas. How about that catch by Bueno?
Absolutely phenomenal. And that was the key in this victory. Went straight sets. Bueno was locked in. Bueno playing much better than we've seen him play, and he's been doing it consistently. But Manu was spot on, locked in. I mean, you just hate to see that. We had a couple of those today. Just direct hits. There's no real way to adjust it. The ball's coming up the side wall, hits one of those creases, bam, comes out like a bullet. Back to singles. It's Carom.
This is Hyro Manny match, second ranked singles matchup. You see, I mean,
See
wow,
that
look
beautiful
at that bounce.
spot. Beautiful spot that
Good
leads right
replay.
there to let you know that it was very much in by at least 2 inches. And that's what the replay cam would have shown. It's a good call by our judges there. Manny with the rebote to the inside. Drop shot to the inside. Manny with a nice 2-ball here, stopped by Hyro. Hyro powerfully from the forehand, and look at Manny just all over that with the backhand. Clean sweeps do not happen frequently here at Magic City, but
Again, you wouldn't have expected this, the way that Hyro's been playing for the Devils as well. And Manny saw what he did on Friday night, and more of the same. Look at that. The Costado 2-wall just blasted
Manny just
by.
locked in and playing great. It's probably the best that I've seen Manny play consistently throughout any game day.
And gets a win. Straight set victory over Hyro. Hasn't happened often. Gets it done right there. And then that top-ranked doubles match. I mean, Douglas and Arta
This
again.
game was just nuts.
Played very
just
well.
Nuts.
Yep.
Just crazy. It was dangerous. Fortunately, our front court judge didn't get hurt there. Fell back into the screen. Douglas leaning into some of those serves. Arta's catching game definitely came back around very well. But it was Manu. Manu's second doubles appearance, and Manu with Carbo.
I mean, just a different pace on the ball. His catching was incredible.
There were so many phenomenal plays in this, and dangerous plays.
Yes,
Here's
at
Carbo
that.
just blasting.
Oh, we got how many people were hit today? We set a career high
At
in
least
length.
three. Manny was hit. Ariondo was hit. Carbo was hit.
Yeah, wow.
Douglas could have been hit by going for that serve.
Oh, that one, man.
Yeah. Just that one that just.
Fortunate that he
Yeah.
wasn't. That could have been bad.
See, good sportsmanship here in the backcourt. Great catch by Douglas, and Douglas just rifling it to the outside. Carbo was just not able to make that catch.
Look at Douglas here.
Scoop
The
here by Douglas.
concentration. Look at this. Gorgeous. I mean, look at where that opens up, man.
That 2-wall just cut out close to the front wall was just beautifully executed. Here's Carbo from the forehand. Once he gets it there, look out. Blasts it back. Yeah.
Oh, at a fourth, there was Arta.
Two guys were hit. Two guys were hit in that game. Two guys were hit
Wow.
in that game. But that was Manu's spot-on playing both throughout. Saw a different type of power coming from Manu today. Also, a bit more locked in on the catching.
Yeah, and then
This
Bueno-
got us to our only quick match of the day,
Yeah,
we'll call it.
Really just a
Ariondo
Manu of the
not
Cyclones. A
able-
big day for your
didn't seem
team. You got all the points.
We're seeing some highlights from that game, but just was not able to put anything together. Not a good showing for his singles at all.
Bueno, on the other hand, probably
Bueno
his
on the
best
other-
singles of the year.
Not just that, Bueno overall has been playing spot on fantastic. Catching's been good. The shots that he's been throwing have been landing in, has been throwing balls off the court, so his game has definitely come around well.
Rebote coming up short there by Ariondo. Straight set victory for Bueno, 6-0, 6-2. Dominant performance right there. And then
And that led to
this one, Stu. Eada Manny against Hyro
the
and
match of
Erbetta.
attrition.
Yeah.
Just the match of attrition.
What
Just
a match it
firing
was.
and firing and firing. Very much like World War I.
We,
No question about it. It was just absolute bombardment from the left and the right. Balls coming in, everybody catching. No one really throwing any decisive
No.
kill shot.
oh, and Manny.
Here's-
Yeah, that's what happens. You take your eye off the ball. Side wall's got a mind of its own sometimes. So that's
Exactly.
4. Wow.
Manny coming over the top again. We set a record with the 7.5 minute point, or just under 8 minutes for 1 point in a 1 hour match.
Yeah, we'll get an official on that point. That was crazy to start off, and it's only our second set now. We got a bunch of replays here. Look this
how
control,
locked in Eada
man.
was there. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent camera work.
yeah,
there,
we
by
talked-
the- Yeah, that was spot on. You just saw how focused he was to make the catch, and then just blasting it back to the inside to score.
See right here, look at that from Eada. A little 2-wall, gets by Hyro. You see the emotion right there. That brought it to a third set.
Was that our only third set of the game?
Only third set of the day, Stu. Came in this finale right here. Eada, again, just that power to the inside. What a catch there by Erbetta. That was crazy. On a knee.
Consistently. Phenomenal catching between both back quarters. and the front quarters as well.
See Manny in the corner.
Outside placement,
that was
clutch play at the right time.
beautiful shot, just out of reach.
Erbetta loses his footing but maintains his composure to make that play. Eada takes advantage of it, puts it right out of reach of Hyro to the inside.
Some final replays rolling on here. You see the sportsmanship shown. Handshake after every game. Big day for the Cyclones. A clean sweep. 7.5 points of a possible 7.5 points. And with that, Stu, they actually had a couple more points. They have a pretty sizable lead here up at the top of our standings. Let's pull up that full screen graphic for you. You can see where all of our teams stand. And also important to note at this point in the season, those possible points remaining. Got the Cyclones up there, 48.5 points. Renegades in second at 39. Devils, 37.5. Chargers just 1.5 back there at 36 points. You see that graphic right there. That rightmost column is important, though. The Cyclones, a couple game days ahead. You got the Renegades up there with 55 points remaining, and the Devils and Chargers are tied. So that third and final playoff spot.
Define it for me. What does PPR mean?
Those possible points remaining this season.
Possible
so you see a couple more for the Warriors, meaning that they have a couple more game days to play compared to the others. And then the Cyclones have played a few extra, but can't take away points here. So they've earned those, and they are up at the top of our standings at this point of the season, 9.5 ahead of the Renegades. The player of the day for today, Stu, there's some great performances all day long by the Cyclones, but a couple stood out.
And also, not just the Cyclones, have to say that Douglas probably played the best, most aggressive highlight I've ever seen him play today. Didn't come out winning. Carbo obviously played well, but the person who stands out to me without any question is Manu. Manu's catching. I believe he only dropped one ball in the 2 matches that he played. And also he turned up the throwing a bit as well. We saw him reaching further back on the backhand and blasting these balls to the inside. Harder degree of play than I've seen from him throughout the years. So definitely Manu is the player of the day.
And we're going to hear from him, number 1 player for the Cyclones, Manu, our player of the day. And we are here with our player of the day, Manu of the Cyclones. A big day for your team. You got all the points available on the game day. What does that mean in the grand scheme of this season?
Yeah, very happy with the day. It was a perfect day, and with how the team win. No, everybody play awesome, so we are very happy, and it's an important moment. No, we know that still a long way. No, but this win was very important, and how everybody play awesome. So very happy.
Complete team effort. Congratulations on a nice game day. Player of the day here with Manu.
Thank you.
And that was a word from Manu during the commercial break right there. And I also have to add, Stu, he didn't want to do the interview alone. He said this was a team effort. He wanted all of his guys there. We had to say, hey, Manu, player of the day, you earned it today.
The camera's only so big, and you're taking up the whole thing
I want to shout that out. A great guy, a great teammate, and a leader of that Cyclones team that already has a championship under their belt back in that opening season. Looking to add another one here in fall 23. We return on Friday nights, Stu, open to the public, 7 p.m. Eastern start time. So a couple hours later, we got Ariondo and Joseph kicking off the action. Always fun. We saw Joseph with that upset yesterday. Excited to see him back in action. Then Douglas and Arta against Inaki and Nicholas, followed by Erbetta against Julian. Douglas and Ariondo take on Joseph and Inaki, then Arta and Correa in singles. We close it out with Hyro and Erbetta again against Nicholas and Julian. Should be another really good second-ranked doubles matchup. Join us on Friday evening. Stu and I will be back here. We got the Devils and the Warriors in action when we return. For Stu Nyman, I'm Andrew Bleckman. Enjoy your week, everybody. We'll be back.
See you Friday, 7 p.m.
Hyro, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!